Yes, sir. You already know what it is, man. Sunday fun day. It's a beautiful Sunday today.
What's up? What's up? What's up?
You already know.
Y'all know who it is, man. We back in the building on another Sunday here at the MELLO-ROOM in Studio 1025. Y'all know how we
Yes.
get down.
Yeah, man. Beautiful Sunday today, man. It's hot as shit, but it looks nice out. Hasn't rained all
It
day.
is hotter than a motherfucker,
Yo, it's
bro.
hot.
And we
They
They said
celebrating.
with the heat index,
It's
it's like
what?
104 or some shit.
I said we celebrating.
And we celebrating. Thursday was my birthday, so I'm officially old as shit.
Yeah,
know what I
definitely,
mean?
man. It
But
definitely was.
I'm not too old, and I can still get it in. You know what I mean?
Nah.
We just get better with time.
Word.
Yeah,
Facts.
we try. For those of y'all who are checking in or haven't been checking in, that's Ed Cypher in the background.
Yes, sir.
Engineer, and he's also one part of the ferocious team that we have here at Studio 1025 that puts in a lot of work on the music.
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
right.
he's definitely a big part of the studio itself.
Yeah.
And
Jedi Masters.
I don't. We're not clarified on the name, but we the Jedi Masters right now. So I don't know if we're sticking with that, but that's their logo. That's their synonymous movement. So if you want them to do some work for you, man, you got to reach out to studio1025.com, and we can get you linked up and ready to go, man.
Yeah, man. Well, yeah, man, it's another week, man, another Sunday, and it's another edition of the Mellow Room. So y'all
Hell
already
yeah.
know, man, we about to get into it how we like to get into it. You figure, deal me?
Yes, sir. And
So-
I got on the unofficial coalition shirt right now. I know you probably can't see it from that far, but I'll show you guys a picture of it later and shit.
And before we get too deep in the game, we always like to start it off by giving out our shout outs, man. Shout out to Harris Printing, the family
Facts.
over there. J Note, Jose, the family. You already know what it is.
Yeah, I'm glad you brought that up too. Real quick, man, go check out Jose page or Airs Printing because they're actually coming up with a podcast themselves. It's called The Geek and the Beast.
Geek and the
Oh,
Beast,
yeah.
man. Super dope. It's him and actually a cousin of his, I do believe.
Okay, cool.
You know what I mean? And it's just super dope, man. It's it has a different dynamics. It's a different show than what we do here at the Mellow Room. You know what I mean? It's kind of, he got a lot because his cousins they're big in gaming.
Yeah.
And Jose is into it with the kids. It's
Yeah,
like
yeah.
a
He's-
gamer
he's-
versus an athlete.
Like
You know what I'm
he's
saying?
He's
Almost.
into like that stuff, but more of what the studio holds, and then the gaming aspect. They kind of fall in the same realm nowadays because even with the podcasting and how we use frames per second and all these
Yeah,
shit that we got
definitely.
going on, man. And he probably likes video games too, so probably fits perfect.
Definitely, you know what I'm saying, and I mean it's when I say like the gamer versus it's like the gamer versus the athlete. One is in the video games and has the wide range of knowledge when it comes to that whole world.
Yeah.
You know what I mean, and then you got Jose who is still into the
That
get
was-
out there and
yeah.
play the sport.
That was
and-
like the gentleman we had on
You
a
know.
while back. If you guys go back to like last year or something, Game Over or I'm sorry, Juicy Games,
yeah, Juicy Game Night.
Juicy Game Night.
Mm-hmm.
Remember we had those gentlemen on. That shit was deep. That was too deep for me. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I didn't know it went that deep. Like
Yeah.
granted, you know it goes deep because you see that they have competitions and things
Right.
like that. But I didn't know just how deep it went. You know what I'm saying? Like it was.
Yeah, as far as like their wagering that they do and all the stuff that is involved with just having a game night and how these people come and they have like special controllers and you can do different settings to the box, different fucking settings to the remote and all that shit.
Yeah. Nah, they definitely. That was my fault. I seen Ed look over here crazy. Yeah,
said,
that
"Who
was
the
my
fuck
fault.
is-"
He said, "Who else is talking?" But nah, that was me. You know what I mean?
got
But nah,
feedback.
man, it's definitely that shit is like it's crazy because he definitely filled us in on a lot that was going on in the gaming world. And it would actually be dope to actually get in touch with them and see how they actually doing
Well,
because
I ain't gonna front. You know where the train station is in Kissimmee, right? Across the street it got that store. All right, next to it there was an empty slot. That's where they at.
oh shit.
Yeah. So
they actually have a
they got a
building
little
to where they can
spot
host their
now
own
for-
events.
Yeah, man.
That's dope because what I was asking, or what I was implying by asking anyway,
Yeah.
was with what they were doing in the areas in which they were doing it in large areas.
Yeah, they actually had a little gig with Buffalo Wild Wings where the local Wild Wings around the areas gave them a night to host the game night and use the TVs and shit.
Yeah, see what I'm saying? Like, that's super dope. You know what I mean? And
Yeah,
that's why
shout
I
out
say,
to Juicy Game Night, man.
yeah, shout out to them boys, man. I didn't know that they were right there in Kissimmee, though, man. That's actually dope. I wonder actually what type of events
I
they
was driving by
structure
one
out.
day, and you know how you get stuck at the light?
Uh-huh.
I looked over, and I was just like, oh, shit, that's these, you know, they had the name up there and shit on the window or the glass or whatever. And I was like, oh, shit, these niggas right here.
That's what's up, man. That's super dope. You know what I'm saying? Because I was wondering how did their business pan out due to what's going on.
Man, video gamers is going to stick true to themselves.
Well, yeah, they're going to stick true, of course, but how?
That fan base is not like, all right, so if I run a game night thing in here, right? And I got people who come in here, and then that shit happens. Those people are gonna be like, "Hey, man, are we still doing that? Like, are we still doing that? Like, I don't have to worry about people being like, yo, I'm not coming over there and shit. You know?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's a whole fact.
They have a strong support and shit.
But yeah, that's why I say, you know what I mean, with everything that was going on, you know, their group gatherings aren't really group gatherings anymore.
Yeah. I mean, we're gonna get back to normal soon, and not soon enough, but soon to the point where. You know, motherfuckers is gonna be forgetting the shit even happened.
Yeah, definitely. You know what I mean?
So, with that being said, man, let's play some fucking music, dog. And we actually have some new music sent in to us. And we also have a treat that we'll go into a little bit after I say Today in Hip Hop. Right? We'll do Today in Hip Hop first, get it over with.
Yeah, we can do that. You know what I mean? We can play a joint, chop it up, catch up, catch up, because we ain't been around in a while. You know, we did an episode last week, the week before that. If y'all do keep up with us, y'all see we weren't there. Man, my weeks feel terribly long, bro. And that's because, and mind you, I don't even get to see y'all that much during the week.
Yeah, I know.
You know what I'm saying? And that's really with what I got going on and everything. It's really just been long work weeks.
Yeah, I know you've been busy because I've been trying to get a hold of you.
Yeah, yo, I'm not even gonna lie to you. Sometimes by the time you hit me, I've gotten home from work. You know what I mean?
I showered up. You look at that text like, damn, it's a lot of work to send this text back right now. I showered up in the steam, son. I'm just like, yo, for real, man. It's like, yo, the sun is a critical weapon, man.
Facts.
You know, that shit is healthy to you, but that shit is also detrimental to you.
Too much of anything
is a bad thing. If you live in Florida and you work outside in the sun all day, you know what the fuck we talking about. That shit is like 10 extra people on fire standing on your back.
What?
It's worse than that, my G.
That's real talk.
You know, you're working in this, you know, and these are hot conditions, man. And then when you got the sun beating on you and what we dealing with this whole Sahara Sand situation.
Yeah, what's up with that right now?
That's actually going on right now. That's why it looks how it looks.
We got the desert and we got the humidity at the same time, though.
Yeah. And I mean, it is a normal thing, but it just hasn't happened to this degree in quite some time.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? They say about 50 years. With the size of what they were looking at and figuring the storm, they said it had carried a range of probably almost about 2 miles long.
People are afraid to go outside right now and get some fresh air.
Yeah, I mean, it's real. I mean, yeah, because if you're asthmatic or if you have like
that's the scary
symptoms
thing
like that, it'll affect you.
That's the scary thing about all of it. Like the masks, they help. They don't help. I'm not gonna get into that politics. But
they help. They don't help.
Certain masks help and certain ones don't.
Like this is the misconception about masks.
Yeah.
Is what the mask does.
We got mask check today.
I've worked in construction before, and I know in construction there was always N95 masks.
Right.
But N95 masks allow you to breathe out. So if you have it, you can still breathe it through that mask. The surgical masks, they work, but they're controlled, air conditioned, fucking sterilized.
I mean, shit, I know because of the mask I do and what I use with certain chemicals and shit that I use.
They help, but you can still smell them shits. And,
yeah, well, I mean, one of the masks that I got, and that's the shit with the tanks on the side of the motherfuckers.
Oh, yeah.
You know, that shit, you already know you ain't smelling shit.
Yeah, you know, need something oxygen. Like that. Like, what? Are we all going to walk around looking like,
that's why I can't walk around like that, because if I walked around like that, they probably think I'm up to something and probably try to take me out.
Not probably, definitely.
Yeah, you know, they would definitely think I'm up to something and trying to take me out. You know what I'm saying?
It's hard to gauge the mask thing, but like you say, you got dust cloud now coming. Yeah. How much are you going to really be able to breathe with a fucking mask on versus the dust? And
I mean, with all of it, too, it's not so much with yourself. You just worried about, you know, being respectful of the people around you. You know what I'm saying? Some people we're actually seeing this in today's world more than ever, we're seeing the hypochondriacs, we're seeing the over exaggerators, we're seeing all of that come out and come to light. You know, so in the context and in the theory of all of that, and for everyone that does fit into that, you know, it's just being a little more leery of them, you know, so you would want to keep a mask on, you know, even if you got your own beliefs about it or whatever it may do, you know, it's just respect for the next person.
Even if you don't want to wear a mask, this is what I kind of do. I just stay away from people. So, like, if I go in the store, I be conscious of, like, not being like shoulder to shoulder with them. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'll look and I'll see, okay, there's people over there. I'm gonna just walk this way.
Yeah, I mean, you can move. Yeah, you definitely move in the maneuvering.
I'm going front. I don't wear masks, but I'm not also up in people's faces like, "Yo, what's up, man?" You know, you know, I'm not that disrespectful because I see people with masks looking at me crazy like.
Nah, you know it's the worst.
Well, no, I mean me, I wear masks whenever I'm going into establishments. If I'm outside and I'm open air and there's nobody really within my range, I'm not gonna have it on. But when I'm around people and when I'm going into places and things like that, I do put it on and I am wearing it. And it's really, like I said, just the respect of other people. You know what I'm saying? They may have a different opinion and a different outlook on it than I do, you know, and it's just respecting. You know what I'm saying? It's the same way, like, if I could, I would wear gloves and all that shit because motherfuckers are nasty. You know, and it's just calling a spade on that one. I'm going to say it how it is and how I feel it.
It is.
You know what I'm saying? But, you know, at the end of the day, it's like, you know, where was, you know, the concern for it now, you'll see is just the extra incentive that they put into the brain with it. You know what I'm saying? Because before that, where was all this? Where was all this urgency?
We got to be more consistent.
You know, where was the urgency to just be clean?
There needs to be more consistency because, like,
you know what I'm saying?
So that, like, not to get into this topic, but that brings up the subject of: are we gonna wear masks and gloves forever now?
I mean, I think it should be something that's implemented to a degree. You know what I'm saying? I don't think it's something. I don't think it's something that should be around forever, as far as with outside and open air shit. You know what I'm saying? But I do feel like in certain situations and in certain cases, I mean, you got to think about it, right? It's like saying, for instance, I work in the construction field. Now, for myself, I don't fuck with porta johns. Oh, the most I'm doing is pissing in that shit, and if I could piss in that bitch from 10 feet outside of it, I would, and I would hope I'd hit the motherfucking
situations too.
You know what I'm saying? Like, so it's just me. Like, I'd rather just go to a bathroom. You know what I'm saying? Like, I ain't, because if anything is airborne and anything like that, that is probably the worst area you can be contaminated with something.
And then
you're trapping yourself with contamination. Technically,
been working the whole time.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? And it's like in theory, it's like saying with this whole situation and with everything they're talking about with what's going on in the world, it's like, okay, so with everything that's going on in the world, you want me to trap myself in a domicile with feces and urine and other biotoxins. Other biotoxins that you want me to be able to smell and, you know, come on now.
And you know, those are the things which bring me to where I'd be like, use your logic. So,
exactly.
You can have my friend here still go to work all of this time in construction, and like you said, deal with situations like that.
Yeah.
They opened the bar for a week, and now 9,000 people got infected.
Well, I mean,
you know what I'm saying? Like,
I get that. Come on now.
But I mean, you get what I'm saying?
Like, I get that.
Think about the logic of the things that we think about and get scared about.
That's me. You know, that's a whole nother conversation. But you know, I mean, in the sense of that and in the context of that, you know what I'm saying? The only thing I can combat on that is that liquor does weaken your immune system. It draws it to a very weak state.
Big facts. That
you
is
know what
a
I'm saying?
Fact.
So there is a spike, if there is a spike, you know what I'm saying? If there is a spike in the situation, that ain't gonna help.
That's an interesting question. We need to get a doctor in here.
I like to think of myself as a part-time doctor from time to time.
Not to be a devil's advocate.
Hold on, I don't tell this to too many people. Let me brag about myself a little bit. Hold on.
Question. Would alcohol make your body emit antibodies?
Doesn't alcohol cleanse you out a little bit when you drink alcohol?
No.
Doesn't it flush toxins out of your system anyway?
No. It can this is what alcohol would do. Alcohol does things like increase your body temperature, which will cause you to sweat.
Right.
Now, sweating will release
Expel
those bad toxins,
toxins.
and those bad
So
situations.
the answer is yes.
You feel what I'm saying? So alcohol can play a part, but it's like saying, for instance, it's like when you're sick. When I've been sick, you know, I got them old grandparents and them old
give me the
remedies.
hottie
That's in my
toddies and
blood.
shit.
You know what I'm saying? So a hot toddy's been around for a long time. Now, a hot toddy, in theory, is a shot in a glass of tea. You feel what I'm saying? And it's blazing hot, and you're drinking it blazing hot,
And that
because it's
cures
gonna open your pores. It makes you sweat
almost everything.
to a point where you're gonna sweat so much out of your body. You
Well,
know what I'm saying?
sweating
You're
is
releasing a
like-
lot.
Yeah.
Sweating is actually your body's release
Of
of whatever you
bad
have.
toxins.
So like
Right.
when you go to sleep when you're sick and you waking up
In a
covered
cold
in
sweat.
you're actually getting better.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's your
And
body's way of
check
healing
this out.
itself.
Something else too that I seen on TV watching this, because it's funny that we talking about it or whatever, is that, you know, sometimes you'll go to bed and you'll feel perfectly fine.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And then you'll wake up at some point in the night and
Temperature.
in
drop.
sweat. You know, you'll wake up in a crazy
okay,
sweat.
yeah.
But when you went to bed, you felt fine.
Right.
You know, and that's actually a bad toxin
Leaving.
within your butt, within your
Probably
body.
something you ate or something.
Yeah, it could be
during the
something
day,
from what you
drank,
ate.
whatever.
Exactly. You know what I'm saying? But at some point it entered your body, and your body is just, it's a quick flush of it.
Yeah. So me growing up, and we've talked about this before off air, is that's how I got out of being sick. Was I would literally put on man clothes. You know, this is something my grandmother
Sweat it
did.
out.
She
And
would
sweat it out.
She would give me Vicks to open up my face, and then put on long johns, put on the big long pants, sweater type pajamas, sleep under the blankets with that shit like taped over your neck. You know what I'm saying? You know how grandparents tuck
Oh, that's
you
a
in
whole
and
fact. That's
they
a whole
put that
fact.
shit- That shit stuck like this.
You can't even get out of that shit.
Yeah.
That shit, it feel like you fastened to the bed, like they just vacuum sealed your ass
Hell
to
yeah.
that shit.
And then sweat the fuck out
You
of
feel like a
yourself,
fucking
man.
ID card. You know what I'm
And
saying?
so now that I'm older, whenever I got sick, that's the first thing I do, man. Is I'll go to bed with all my clothes on. Well, not the work clothes, but I'll put clothes on and jump into bed.
Now, for Ed, because Ed was the one who threw the question out there about that. And
Well, we still never answered my question. but go
both
ahead.
of you, it rounds out to what I'm saying. Now, just think about it. Even in the text of the form of the Bible, what do they say? To overindulge is a sin.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So when you in a club atmosphere and you're around that liquor, you're overindulging.
Yeah, too much
Which
liquor.
at that
If
point,
if you going berserk, yeah.
yeah,
Too
I mean,
much.
anytime. Think about it. Anytime. You know what I'm saying?
Anytime
Like,
that
over-
how often have you went to the club and said, I'm going to have 2 drinks
And that might even be
and
too
stuck
much.
the 2 drinks?
I've done that many times
But
actually.
that might even be too much.
But you were probably driving.
Definitely.
You heard?
Definitely
You
driving.
heard, Bingo?
You see what I'm saying?
Every
That
time.
might
I
even
think
be
out of
too
that-
much.
Yeah,
That
for
might
certain
even be-
people,
that
yeah.
might even be overindulging in itself. The one shot, which gives you, you feel good, you give you a little buzz and clarity. That might be what it is.
You absolutely right.
And the
You-
second one could
I'm
be
not gonna say you're wrong on that.
overindulging. Now where you're like, oh,
You
I'm
absolutely
starting to
right.
feel
That's when you
it, dog.
You absolutely right. But I mean, for now, this is speaking. We ain't talking to the Eds of
Yeah.
the world. Now we're gonna talk to the us of the world. You know what I'm saying? The us's of the world.
2 drinks is like a smack in the face. Like, did you just
2 drinks,
did you
nigga.
do
We
that?
still standing there looking sober.
Like,
You
did
know
you
what
do
I'm saying?
that?
Okay.
Now, in the realm of us,
Okay.
and because I've actually sat here with him and we've talked about things like this. Like, there was a point in time where, like I said, we would be 4 bottles of Hennessy in before we even went to the club.
4 bottles.
Now I'm talking about we started
You
drinking
talking
at
about
like
pints, or you talking
no,
about
I'm talking about bottles, like
talking
the,
about
the
the-
40s. You know what I'm saying? The
Wow.
$40
just
bottles.
to, just to
and
see
shit.
the way you doing the way that you
The
hold
way
the
you
bottle,
hold it.
let me
carrying
know
the bottle.
what size
And
it is.
I'm not talking
We
about
don't know how to carry
Yeah, you know.
It's like this.
Yeah, you know what I'm
That's the
saying.
big
So
boy. That's the 750
in the sense
joint.
of it, it's like we would be knee deep before we even got to the club.
Yeah, that was a hell of a
Even
pregame.
before me and
That
him
was a
linked
hell of a
up with
pregame.
Everybody, I used to drink.
Yeah,
one of those to the
and that's the
face.
whole thing. And even before we linked up with each other, we were still doing it with our
I used to
respective
drink
circles.
those bottles to the face.
I never
You
been
know?
that.
So now, in the sense of it, it's
That
like
heavy
I'm
of a
saying,
drink.
in the sense of it, your immune system has to be so shitty in the sense of that because you're saturated.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like our bodies are saturated with alcohol.
If you do that on the regular, yeah.
My dude, that was an everyday thing.
Oh yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Now, granted, there was a lot of other activity going on to the
we were
to the
still
contribution
active
of what was that. We were very active.
We were active as far as
we were active addicts.
Yeah.
If and I'm gonna call it, like I said, I call a spade a spade. I ain't gotta lie about it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like we were literally active addicts. Like we still maintained it, everything. We'll go play ball.
Yeah.
We was doing all types of shit.
So it wasn't stopping you from doing what you
Nah,
wanted
it wasn't
to do
stopping
or
no
needed to do.
productivity at all.
Okay.
No, we weren't the type to
We'll get up.
That's always important when you.
We could be sitting there having a drink. Everybody sitting there sipping respectfully on their own cup or whatever, and it's like, yo, y'all feel like going to play ball?
Yeah.
See, I couldn't.
Damn, it's hot out.
Fuck
it, why not?
Drinking.
Fuck it, why not? And we would go do that and kill time or whatever, and wind up back at the crib. Now we damaging another one, and it's almost that time. You know what I'm saying?
It was about that action.
It was. Yeah, we definitely were.
It was just like.
We definitely were.
It was about that action.
We definitely were. You know what I'm saying? And that's why I say, like,
Ed, what's up, man?
Yeah, what's going on, family? Oh, Ed, what's going on, fam? But yeah, like that's why I say it's like in the sense of that, like you can imagine what you're allowing to enter your body.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? When you're that gone off. You know what I'm saying? Like we
now,
wake up the next morning and we smell like liquor.
Yeah, like if we kind of knew what we knew now, I wouldn't change it. The only thing I would change is what I did afterwards. Like in the morning, I would go to the gym more. I would have went to the gym more.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Definitely.
Like,
I would change it though.
What, the drinking itself?
Yeah.
I wouldn't have, but I'm telling you, in the morning, I would have. If I knew what I know now, I would have been like, all right, if I'm gonna do this, I gotta do this. And I would have been more focused on that because
you would have had a game plan to counteract what you were doing.
Yeah, right.
I mean, the only reason why I say it is because, like I said, it was just, I guess, when I sit back and really thumb through it, all the thoughts and all that shit, I could say we really overindulged.
We OD'd.
You know what I'm saying? Like I can't. There's no way of justifying that shit.
Time,
like,
bro.
There's no way of literally justifying it in the way that we were doing. It's like, if you would have, like, on an outsider looking in, like, Ed, like, look at what you were saying before, 2 cups and that's it. You would have looked at us and been like, yo, them niggas is straight alcoholics. Like,
yeah, you would have been
not
like,
necessarily.
You sure you good to drive?
Yeah,
like,
and that's the crazy shit. And I thank God, all the time, man, knock on wood with it, you know what I'm saying? But the reality of it is like, yeah, my dude, we would be gone and be flying all around town. You know what I'm saying?
Well, that's
like
me, yo. I don't. For some reason, it was simple to me. Like I'm not gonna brag about it, but for some reason, when I could drink to the point where you guys would be so blasted, and I'd still be there. Like, come on, man. Like, you want one more drink, or you want to go home?
And mind you, like I said, all I'm naming is the alcohol, because we ain't talking about the other festivities that we were taking part in.
Okay. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like, when I say like we were really overindulging, my G,
an
like
astronaut pilot.
I was really experimenting.
We were gone.
I'm definitely an astronaut pilot, bro.
But
we go to outer space and I'm flying the ship.
Yeah, but it was like, we were living and that's what we were doing. You know what I mean? But it's like when you look back on the reality of it, I can understand now what they're saying about people going out, drinking, your immune system get weakened.
You see where the abuse can happen.
That's what I was trying to do.
Is alcohol, since it would weaken your immune system in the moment of drinking, would antibodies be released into your bloodstream?
Possibly.
That's we need to get a doctor in here that knows shit like that.
Possibly, because when you ingest certain things like that, you release certain endorphins. So
right, and that's what my question is. When you said that, that's what clicked in my mind was your immune system lowers down. Mm-hmm. So that means it went to work. It's starting to fight, and that's what antibodies are.
At that point, it would have to kick in again.
White blood cell, the immune going out to fight.
That's a whole fact.
You know what I'm saying? So
that's a whole fact.
That kind of makes a little bit more sense to me now. If I'm a patron of a bar and it's full and I went out drinking last night and then the next day I'm like, I'm going to go get COVID tested.
No, yeah, you're right. You absolutely
and
right.
They're going to be like, oh, you got antibodies, so you could be, you can't be, you know what I'm saying?
That's a whole fact.
It's interesting.
Which is, like, you think about it, it's like that's what a lot of people are doing anyway.
Yeah, that makes sense, the way you broke it down. Yeah, and they're not explaining that. It's not like people would know that.
And the only reason why it makes sense to me is because of how, like I said, how much weed, drink. You know what I'm saying? Like, I got a different understanding of the shit because of the state it had me in.
Right, right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, so my understanding, and also is like, it's like I said before, it's like not saying that I healed myself completely from what I was dealing with, but I'm in no level or nowhere near the pain that I was in and what I was dealing with.
Yeah, right.
So
you can tell the difference.
So with
doing a lot better.
With the quitting of the red meat, the quitting of the pork, the not drinking anymore. Even though I have had sips here and there, just to see how my body reacts to it. You know what I'm saying? With changing things up to that degree, and all right, started drinking aloe. You know what I'm saying, and doing different things like that.
Before you would really even try those things again, you would have to be working out.
Oh yeah,
So,
definitely. I joined the gym.
Right,
I'm doing all that. So you know what I mean.
Word.
With all of that, it actually put me back in a state of feeling somewhat good.
Better, you feel better now.
I do feel better. You know
quit
what I'm saying?
eating red meat altogether.
Yeah.
When was the last time you had a red meat burger?
Granted, I'm not gonna say like altogether, because what I do is I'll have one meal of it, and I'm not gonna say every week.
A week, maybe
maybe every other week.
But not to abuse more than one during that week.
Maybe every other week.
Of it.
Yeah, maybe every other week.
So
and
that's good. So
pork, I stopped.
So you're beginning to rid your body.
I eat bacon. I ain't gonna lie.
I eat turkey.
You can't get rid of bacon, Mike.
Huh?
You can't quit the bacon.
It's not something that is like something that I'll be like, I don't have bacon in my house.
Well, I eat turkey bacon, so
if you're asking, I don't carry bacon in my house.
Because the way you brought it up, the way you said that, like I can't get rid of bacon.
No. What I was saying is I don't eat pork anymore either. But I changed it because I was like, I eat bacon. But I don't eat bacon to the point where I buy bacon in my groceries.
Right, every once in a while. It's got to be
something where I'm like,
in a
I feel like
restaurant
having bacon.
Okay.
Yeah.
But if somebody brings you breakfast and it has bacon in it, you'll probably eat it.
Right. I won't be like, nah, I got bacon in it. You know?
So I mean, like
I would. I'd
know.
Be like, hold up, take
so
that
it's
bacon
like
off.
for me, and with the way that I changed up my eating and my habits, you know what I mean.
You're starting to feel better.
I did, and I have started doing things like I eat way more fruit. You know what I'm saying? I like with the drinking of the aloe, I'm a way more consistent drinker of it. And I'm not talking about the drinks they sell in the store. Like I get the whole leaf and take all of it out the leaf and put my water, and if I'm gonna add something else to it, I do.
You're making your own aloe water.
You know how to infuse your
I
water?
drink the whole leaf basically.
Okay,
Bro, you want to know how to infuse it into your water? Mm-hmm. You have to boil it. So take the leaf and cut it open, put it into boiling water. Allow that to boil for 8 minutes.
See?
And then stop the boil.
See, Mike just opened up the box. He just opened up
Pandora's
box on him right now.
So now once you take the water like that's boiled in and shit, pour it through the strainer so any little pieces that came, off the plant or whatever don't get stuck into you. Then you put it in the refrigerator and drink your cold water like that.
Well, no, it's not cold.
I know what I'm saying,
like
but how you like your water. If you like it warm or whatever, I'm saying you can, after infusing it, takes what's out of the plant and puts it into the molecules of the water.
Okay.
What you're doing is mixing.
What I'm doing is really just drinking the plant because I don't put much water.
Right.
I just put enough water to reach the level of the cup that I want it to reach.
Right. So what
you know what I'm saying?
In the sense of infusing is that water can get into your bloodstream. So if you infuse whatever, you could do it with lemons, you could do it with oranges, whatever you're doing, it gets faster to your bloodstream.
Have you ever had infused strawberry water?
I haven't had it, but I know you can do it. Yeah.
I went to the hospital one time. They had strawberries in the water jug, infusing. So when you hit that thing, the water could go down into the cup, and you drink it. It tastes like you're drinking strawberries.
Yeah.
It's
so imagine if you boil it to get all of the juices
pull the flavor,
out of the fucking thing right into the water, but you can only do it for like 7-8 minutes because if you overboil it, you wind up evaporating that shit into the air anyway.
Yep. You know what I mean? But so, from doing all of that and switching it up, I actually feel better. You know what I'm saying?
I'm
like
happy
I said,
to hear that.
as of late, you know what I mean? I've been taking a little drink here and there. Like I've had a glass of wine on one occasion. And then
I don't drink anywhere near like what we used to.
On another occasion, I had a drink, like a actual cup.
That's called moderation. Moderation is your best friend.
How my body would maintain it. Not at the moment, But to see the
Like
morning
if you wake
after,
up in the morning, gotta be like, oh shit,
yeah,
bubble
to see the
guts.
morning after, if my stomach is feeling crazy, things like that.
Yeah, I was worried about that last night because I haven't drank more than 4 beers in like ever.
And yeah, you know, that let me know, like, my nigga,
You was
what
lit. You
we
was
were
lit
doing.
last night a little
You want to
bit.
know something? It reminded me of something that as a teenager, right? Now, when I first started smoking, like, I was a late smoker. You know what I'm
Ooh.
saying? Like, so when not weed anyway, but when I
Oozes.
first started smoking cigarettes and like
Yeah.
blacks and shit,
You was
I was
smoking.
18. You know what I'm saying? And
Right.
so at that age, it's like I didn't have that shit in my lungs all those years.
You didn't
Right,
smoke
right.
before 18 like
You know?
most people?
And my retarded ass, you know,
I did,
I was
definitely did.
I was definitely hanging with niggas that were doing this for a minute, and they were
Right.
kind of pros with it, because these niggas were hot boxing blacks and all
They
types
could
of
do
shit.
all the tricks where they be like, can you do this?
All types of
breathe
shit.
out they nose
You know what
into
I'm
they
saying?
mouth
So
and
mind
shit.
you, it didn't take long for me, but after like a small period of time of smoking blacks and that hot boxing blacks and all that shit got me to a point where like to smell a black used
It's
to make me so
disgusting.
nauseous.
Right. Okay.
That
so
shit had me like,
I'm that way with
at
cigarettes.
let
first
you-
I would throw up instantly.
Mm.
But then as time went on, you know, I won't throw up anymore, but I'll still get nauseous like a motherfucker.
Mm.
You know, so it's like, you know,
It's that thick smoke smell. It's for me. It's cigarettes. Cigarettes to me smell like ass.
and mind you, I quit this
I
year,
always hated
December.
cigarette smoke.
This year, December 19th, will make 2 years for me that I've quit smoking cigarettes.
That's what's up.
You know what I'm
Since I
saying?
quit
So
smoking cigarettes.
Keep up, hey. What they say? What's that saying? Keep up that same energy.
to be honest, I don't even think about that shit no more, bro.
I
It's
haven't smoked
effortless now. It's
cigarettes in
effortless.
10 years, bro.
Yeah, that's what's up.
You know, and it was really quitting the red meat, quitting the alcohol,
Maybe.
quitting all that shit made me understand everything around me that I do is a habit.
Sometimes you
I
have
can
to
stop
you
it,
have to look
I
at
can
it.
change it, I can twist it at any time.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
when
saying?
you realize shit like that, that's when you can make real
It's giving you
changes.
more control and more power over yourself. You know what I'm saying? Because even down to like with burning bud, it's like when I had to stop is when I actually stopped. You know what I'm saying? But to see that, all right, to be pushed to this limit and it made me stop for
Yeah.
3 years. You know what I'm
It's
saying?
like
Like
how I can't
I
do that
could
on
do
my
that.
own accord.
Exactly. And I
Like-
really had to start putting that into play.
Yeah, for me, that's the thing that I like try to discuss with my homie. Like, for me, like you know how people got, oh man, I gotta smoke at work to function or whatever. For me, I'm good. Like I can smoke on the way to work, and I don't get baked so much that I can't work. You know what I'm saying? But while I'm at work, I don't really like to smoke that much because it's the coming down part that sucks. You know what I'm saying? So you're at work coming down and shit. Now you want to smoke again. You know what I'm saying? And now you're like this and shit. So at work, I
Then
learned
you got
how
the
like, yo, man,
then you
I
got the
don't need this.
munchies after that.
Yeah,
no,
like,
I mean,
I don't need this all day long. You know what I'm saying? Like I like to get myself right in the morning. But if I go 8-10 hours without doing it,
yeah,
I'll
I'm
be
good.
like I'll make it up for it at home.
Exactly.
You know what I'm
When I
saying?
get home, that's just gonna be 4 or 5 to the face.
It's the same,
You know
it's the
what I'm
same
saying?
concept.
Like,
It's the same concept as coming home to a cold beer out the fridge.
Right. Yeah.
and in
them
theory,
sense, yeah.
in theory, yeah.
Because the difference is you probably can smoke at some jobs. You can't drink beer at any job.
That's
Yeah.
well.
You
I
know
was about to say
what I'm
I used to work for the beer company, so
They don't let you drink on the job.
we would have
He said,
meetings.
but we did.
We would have employee
Well,
meetings
you
where
would
they
think
would be
so.
like, "Hey, have you tried this? Everybody,
they give
here's
you
beer for you guys to drink."
samples and shit.
They were handing out beer.
Yeah,
Like,
you
here you
have a
go,
taste
try
test
this. Have
and
you guys
shit.
tried this yet?
He
This
said,
is
yeah,
im-
we'll just call it a taste test.
So
man.
we all
Have
Try
fun.
another one. Try another one.
We all sit in there and we all grabbed our beers, and then they're like, "So business is up 3.5%."
Yeah. You got it feeling good. You're in the red. You're above. You know what I'm saying? You're in the black, not the red. So it's something to celebrate.
And then after that meeting, they was like, "All right, guys, safe drive home."
Yeah. You know what I mean? They gave y'all
like,
a cold one.
don't tell them you drank here.
Don't tell nobody we did this, but yeah, that's what we do. That's how we give it up at
It was the
Budweiser.
wildest experience ever in the job.
Yeah, I
I
mean,
can
yo,
imagine,
and I-
especially you're not used to that shit.
I can
I'm
You're
like,
imagine
"Whoa,
shit.
y'all drink beer here?"
You're like, this nigga gave me a beer. I'm not
they're like, I
even
mean,
21
shit,
yet.
we make it. Why not? We fucking bottle package it and do
I
all
was
that.
totally
I
blown
worked at a beer
away.
Company, son. I'd be drunk.
I was totally blown away by that. I did not expect that at
They
all. I
would've
was
gave
like,
me
"Wait
that
a minute,
sample,
y'all
I'd have been
tell
like, can I try one of those two over there?
And that's what I did. And then I took a few for the way home too.
Yeah, I'm not gonna front. See,
I took-
that's like even I had some mans that they used to. Well, some of my niggas, you know what I mean. Shout out to my guys. They know who they are. I ain't gonna put no names in the air, but they used to do bar back basically for one of the biggest restaurants in New York City.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? And boy, was the hood lit with liquor. Off of the strength of those 3 motherfuckers.
That's my man's in there.
My nigga, them niggas basically,
That's my man's
they could
in
have
there.
opened their own liquor store, my nigga, with the type of shit that they were doing, son. Like, they were supplying weddings, you know, birthday parties,
Like
fucking
that?
block parties.
Damn, they
like,
had it.
these niggas are supplying you whatever you need.
They
Put the
got
order
you.
in.
They had it locked down.
Put the order in, and they got you covered, my nigga. And they, when I say they supply, they supply.
Okay.
Like, my nigga, I went out there on vacation one time, and just like, cause we so happy to see each other, we ain't seen each other in so long. Granted, we got fucked up and drank every day I was back home.
Yeah.
But these niggas sent me back out here with like 4 bottles of champagne, fucking 3 bottles of Hennessy. Like,
Yeah, extra.
they sent me home with like a good, like, yo, this shit hold you down for a while. Like a care pack
Like you was struggling for survival at that moment.
of alcohol at that. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, you could pop this on a semi-good occasion. You could pop this one on a really, really good occasion.
Yeah.
You know, I was strapped.
That's good people. They
Oh,
set
them
you
my
up.
dudes.
They set you up.
That's family to me forever. You know what I mean? Shout out to my guys, because like I said, they know who they are. And one of them does contact us quite often.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Well, big shout out to my guys.
Hell yeah, man. I don't drink as much as I used to at all.
Hey, yo, not
Man.
to
Like,
sidetrack
I'm
it.
You know me, I was Hennessy to the death.
I
I'm
don't
still
drink a
Hennessy.
fraction of what I
I'm
used to
still
drink.
Hennessy to the death, but you will not catch me even going to look for alcohol.
I mean,
My
Like,
fault
that,
to-
that shit don't even cross my mind. It don't even be like something I'd be like, man, I haven't drank in a
like,
while.
yo,
I
let's
need
go
to
get a
sip some.
bottle.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know when the last time we said, like, I don't know when's the last time I've said that to
nigga,
anybody.
it's my birthday and I'm still not even telling y'all.
Yeah, like, yo, let's go get a bottle, nigga. Like,
real.
nah.
But you know, it's not that I don't like drinking anymore. It's just that it was never really the major thing that I was. I was a smoker.
Yeah, me
You
too.
know what I'm saying? I started smoking young. You know, I didn't start drinking young. I mean, I did drink young, but it wasn't something that we did. I smoked more. So that transition for me was easy. You know, I can put the beer down, I can put a drink down, but if you be like, if we're near smoking, I'll be like, hey, can I sit that with you?
I'm not even gonna front though. I will
know?
be the first to admit this. I do kind of miss getting slammed.
I ain't gonna say I
Getting
don't
hammered.
miss that.
Getting
Yeah,
hammered.
I do.
I'm not gonna say
Hey, yo,
I don't
shout
miss
out to
that.
Ed.
There's times where I
It
do.
just gotta be now.
Because
gotta
I'm not gonna front.
circumstantial.
I'm not gonna front. Yo, everybody, and I feel like everybody has this. There is another side of you that is born after a certain amount of drinks. And that other side of you is like, it could be, like, granted, for me, I was never in no way, shape, or form an angry drinker.
Yeah,
I don't,
me neither.
and
You
it
a
don't
calm
matter what
drink?
kind of it don't matter what kind of liquor it is. I don't
Okay.
drink and get angry. You know what I'm saying?
Chill.
So like,
You chill.
me, I drink and I'm the super chillest, super smoothest motherfucker.
That's how it should be.
You know what
I
I'm
get
saying?
all the attention.
I'm not gonna front. No, granted, I ain't gonna lie. A lot of times when I got drunk to that point where that other person was birthed, here's Johnny. When
Yeah.
Johnny would come out, it would normally be a hell of a fucking night.
A bad night for somebody.
No, not a bad night.
Oh,
A
yeah?
fucking
Just a-
great
just a-
night
just a-
for
oh, a hell of a
everybody.
night. Okay.
Like, it would just be a hell of a night, yo. Like, that dude is carefree. He's one.
Okay. It was turned up.
He's
it was turned
definitely
up.
one with words, and he's way. He was. I think that's, to be honest with you, that person that would come out when I would get towed down like that. I think that nigga like was really from another point of time.
That's
So
why they
like,
say.
that's the
That's
inner
why they say a
soul.
drunk body
Yeah.
speaks a sober mind.
That's
Yeah.
the inner
That's how you
soul
really
and shit.
feel. That's how you really
Like,
want to
that
be.
nigga, he lived, he existed at some point in time, bro.
Yeah.
Because the shit he knew how to accomplish was world class. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, how you doing that? Like, you had to do this before. You had to have done this or seen it done, or you know how to do this. How do you do this? Because
And this-
when Johnny when he wasn't around, you know. Like, you know.
That's how I was on the Mollies and Beans and shit.
You know.
If you could say there is a good thing about alcohol, is it takes away your inhibition. So if you're nervous about doing something, it will make you so you're not nervous about it anymore.
Oh, yeah, it clears all that.
That's a fact.
Clears all that.
So if
That's
you,
a fact.
the good part about it, like if you know, 18.
It's
not-
like a
well,
truth
I don't want to say
serum
18,
almost.
but let's say you're 21 and you're
truth
first
serum.
time
It was
going.
like, nah, it really was. It was like the truth serum almost.
Yeah.
Well, I always had this thing. My theory was when people got drunk, it just showed who they really wanted to be.
That's what I mean. Yeah.
You know what I'm
My
saying?
nigga Ed said, "Fuck beer." I
Yeah.
feel you, Ed.
I
Ed always used to.
I always
That's
thought-
one person I can say since we met him.
Yeah, he didn't really drink. You
Nope.
can give him a beer, that nigga sip that shit and put half away, and he'll leave, and you be like, damn, Ed, just leave that whole beer there and shit, nigga.
Word, nah, Ed, I feel you on that
Not a
one,
beer
family,
drinker.
because I definitely remember that about you. Like, that nigga was not playing it. Like, he didn't give a fuck. Like, y'all niggas go ahead, man. Y'all good. I'm good. You know
Now,
what I'm
I could
saying?
drink beer and liquor.
Huh?
I could drink beer and liquor.
Shit.
Yeah.
Listen, man, you couldn't party with me, bro. We'll do all the drugs, and
Alright.
I'll still drive you around. Like, you done yet, nigga?
Nah.
Let's go, bro.
Nah, I know I'm not a party animal.
Yeah, I don't know.
at
I
all.
think, Ed, I could have seen you laid out in the back of the car a few times.
Yeah,
I
all
have
the time.
been.
He would have been
I
asleep
think
all
we'd
the
have
time on
slammed
the way
you quite
home.
a few times, bro.
Yo, listen, look, here's a fun story, right? This nigga's drunk, he's sleeping, and I'm driving, and I got the car stuck on a grass hill and shit, yo.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
That's it.
That was an amazing
Man,
night, bro.
I got the shit stuck on the grass hill and shit, and he was asleep the whole time, and then fucking I had to get the tow truck to push us off and all that
Word
shit.
up, my nigga. I slept through the police questioning us and everything.
For real?
Yeah,
For
it
real.
was good though because I was like, officer, look, I was like, it looked like I could drive up here. I'm sorry, he's sleeping. I'm just trying to get home, yo. And he looked in the car. It was just there like, I was like, yeah, you see.
Yeah, man.
Yo, I would have paid money just to been there on that night, just to
So you
go
would've
through that
paid money for a
experience.
lot of nights.
Yeah, you
though.
would have paid money for a lot of nights, bro.
That would have
It
been an
was a
experience to
lot
pay
of
for.
nights,
That would have
bro.
been worth paying for.
My G, it was a lot of
Son,
nights,
like
man.
those nights happened every weekend.
Or maybe a lot of times during the week.
Well, I say every weekend just to minimize it, but I could tell you 3 times a week.
Yeah, to be honest with you.
Yeah, like 3
For
times
me, that's
a week,
that's
every
too
week.
much activity for me.
My G, if you thought that was too much activity, then oof.
Yeah.
You would have been like, man, y'all niggas overdo it, bro. I ain't fucking with y'all, man.
Oh yeah, I would have told y'all quick.
We were 6 to 7 nights a week.
Nah, that's too
Yeah,
much.
man, that's what it is.
6 to 7 a week.
But I think that's also why
Going hard.
That's not the reason why you don't. But I also think that's the reason why I don't really gravitate to that no more.
Yeah, me
Because
too.
I'm not doing that.
I did it.
No, it's not because we're not going out every night.
Yeah,
so
that too.
therefore, I don't need that drink no more. You know what I'm saying?
That
like,
too.
So it's like I don't like drinking at home by myself. I'm gonna fall asleep 1 cup in.
Hell yeah.
I'll be like, you know. So I hate that shit. It's like a waste of the fun for me.
Yeah.
It's like I got drunk and fell asleep. This was whack.
one beer and you ready to fucking snore.
Yeah, that
All
is a
fat
waste.
and bloated and shit. You're like,
Yeah.
God damn, man, I
But
don't
shit,
remember.
man, before we get too crazy, man, let's just jump into a joint because we've been on for a minute now. We done got lost in the
Hell yeah, it's
convo,
the
how we
Mellow
like
Room,
to
man.
do.
You know what it is.
You know,
Sunday
it's the
fun
Mellow
day.
Room. We like to do that sometimes. Hey, what up, family? I do see you. I seen all the shit you commenting. We are going to talk about the Fab and the Jada versus battle coming up because I know a lot of people are anxious to talk about that. Me, myself, I'm anxious to talk about it because I didn't even know it was cemented yet. You know
Yeah,
what
I
I'm
just
saying?
heard rumors.
I
of
thought
that.
it was just rumored, but if it is cemented, then, you know, that's definitely going to be one of the most epic battles that we've seen thus far, even though we done seen some legendary shit. You know what I'm saying? So we are going to get into that. It's a lot more other shit that we're going to chop it up about and we're going to touch note on.
Who would you
You know
take
what I
on
mean?
that? Just you know what I'm saying, out the blue. What would be your take on Fab and Jada?
Can I? I mean, what you mean? What would be my take on it? Who
Yeah,
would
what-
win?
Fan,
Who you think?
I go
What
with
would
Jada.
you? Whose side would you choose?
As a fan, I'm going with Jada.
We
as
got
a
one
fan.
for Jada. Okay. What about you? Who's?
You got to be the fan right now. You can't decide. You
Yeah.
got to be who's your.
As a fan,
Yeah.
I'm really on the gate. Because
Okay,
as a
okay.
fan, I really,
go either
really
way.
do. I really like both of them, and I really feel the same way about both of them.
Okay.
I feel like those two are probably two of my top 5 most underrated MCs.
Okay.
Right. Yeah.
You know what I'm
And
saying?
They about to go down. It's
yeah,
about to
you
go
feel
down.
what I'm saying? So I need a little time with that because really
Okay.
I'm on the gate with that. Like,
I
I really
My
am.
options. Ain't it?
Yeah, I really
I
am.
feel you.
know
I
what
feel you.
I'm
It's not
saying?
an easy
Because
choice.
I really am a
Okay.
fan of both of those dudes.
Me too. Me too.
Genuine from the start of their careers, from when Fab was battling niggas in parks and shit.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Like, and like that nigga, You know, that's why I say to see that both of their progression and know where both of them came from. The lyrics, I can't say I've heard them come whack on damn near anything.
Right.
You know,
I
what
could
I'm
agree
saying?
with that, and I'm
So
and
it's
I'm not.
kind of, it puts me in a tough bind. But
Me
that
too.
will be a legendary battle because the way everybody else, if it's going with the same standards of what everybody else done, it's 20 tracks, best 20, your best 20 versus my best 20.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So if it's that type of
That's
situation,
gonna be tough, but Jada got a lot of fucking. Well, maybe they're more mixtapes, but he got a lot of tracks.
they both got a lot of tracks. One thing I will say is
Well,
that
aren't there a
Jada
lot
got a
of
lot
them
more
mixed?
collaborative tracks.
I would say Jada got.
Nah, we
More-
can't say that because we got soul tapes.
I like Jada's bars
Fab
better.
might have more tracks.
No,
that
I
he
said
can
Jada.
use.
I said Jada got a lot more collaborative
I know that,
tracks.
that's what I'm saying.
Jada got a lot more of where it's the Locks, Jay-Z, DMX,
Yeah.
and Beanie
Features.
Siegel on the track.
Yeah.
Features anybody.
You know what I'm saying? No, where I'm talking about where it's heavy features, like a Reservoir Dogs,
Okay.
Rough
Yeah.
Riders Anthem. You know what I'm saying?
Collabo,
Like,
a collabo.
he killed shit on tracks where it's fucking 7, 8 MCs.
Yeah, right.
You know what I'm saying? And
that's why
Fab's been in that situation, but Jada got a lot more of
He
those
got the
tracks.
summertime shootouts and the soul tapes.
Yeah, Fab got a lot of
That's already
solo
6
mixtapes,
fucking-
Right.
solo albums. A lot of his shit is solo. You know what I'm saying? So when he comes to the track, even though you can't classify that as that, you know, if he's on it, he's a part of that track. He got
Yeah.
parts on it.
Yeah,
So, you know, Jada's going to be able to play his verse from anything he was on.
yeah.
So when you put it in that content, it's
I
like,
think Fab might be in trouble then.
Yeah, that's why I meant by
That's
Jada
why I said
has
it'll
a
be
lot of
interesting.
music.
Yeah.
it'll be really interesting. But we ain't even going to get too deep on that right now. Let me
Okay.
sit with that for a minute.
We
Because
gonna
like
get
I
into
said,
it.
I'm on the gate. But
Let's get into
let's get
this
into a
song.
joint, man. Let's get into
So
some
we
music.
got some new music. Two people sent in new music. We'll hit you with the exclusive a little later when I tag them in.
Mm-hmm.
But right now, let's go with Farazarati sent us in some music.
Oh yeah, man,
Okay.
definitely. Big shout out to Farazarati. That's family to us here in the Mellow Room.
He actually did a song with Ooze as well.
Yeah. We
There's a
definitely
song-
got
We have
one.
a song that we play here for them.
You know,
And he just sent us 2 songs, right?
The Rex.
The Racks and
oh, he sent them 2 joints. That's what's
Yeah.
up, man. He always on.
what's the other one called?
I didn't see the other one.
Yeah, there should be 2. It should be for. There's a.
That boy gonna apply that pressure.
It's 2 songs that I loaded up there. 2 new ones.
I don't see the
Ah,
other one.
shout
I don't
out
see
to
the
him.
other one
Nah,
right
Name them
now.
out.
But
You gotta speak out loud, man, not to the mic.
Theo, what's good? We
I'm
see
saying,
you
I
on
don't
the
see
channel.
the other one right now.
You got what?
I don't see the other one right now. Let me look.
I know.
for it
Read
real
out
quick.
the names because it doesn't say Farazarati and it says it's the name of a song. So if it's in there, then it won't be. You probably won't remember that it's new. You get what I'm saying?
See, Ed was
Oh,
see,
my
Ed
bad.
ready
Yeah,
to
okay,
dive
no,
in.
Cash in the
Ed
Bank.
got me hyped,
Huh?
man.
No, I was in the wrong folder. Cash in the Bank.
Yeah, Cash in the Bank.
He
Yeah.
said Fab got more hits, but Jada got them bars. We
Jada
gonna get
got-
into that
who said that?
conversation.
Who
Ed.
said that?
Please stay logged in with us, man, because I know you're gonna have a lot to say when it comes to that, and I definitely got a lot of respect for your opinion when it comes to this type of shit. You know what I'm saying? So please stay logged in with us, because once we open up that can, you know, we can all have some of those worms. You figure, deal me?
Hell yeah.
Treat them like the trolleys, the bags of the trolleys.
Yeah.
We can all get some of those sugar worms, you dig?
Yo, so with that being said, let's get into Farazarati.
Oh, we jumped the gun
With
on that.
what is it?
Cash in the Bank.
Cash in the Bank.
Cash in
This
the
is
Bank.
a new joint he just sent us today, so this is gonna be the first time we hearing it, you hearing it. You know,
Indeed.
comment, like, share.
Indeed.
Studio 1025, Mellow Room, baby.
Tell a friend to tell a friend to tell another friend, and make sure it get back to me. You heard?
Word up.
All right, here we go.
And here we go.
I see on the county shit, nigga. I see on the parkway. I see exit 254. Exit 2 Little Puerto Rico.
DJ Kid, this a hit for sure.
Fuck how you feeling, fuck what you think. I'm tryna put cash in the bank. I'm tryna rock foreign exotic to paint. I'm tryna put cash in the bank. I'm chasing this cake, I'm blowing this stank. I'm tryna put cash in the bank. I do what I want, I do what you can't. I'm tryna put cash in the bank. Fuck how you feeling, fuck what you think. I'm tryna put cash in the bank. I'm tryna rock foreign exotic to paint. I'm tryna put cash in the bank. I'm chasing this cake, I'm blowing this stank. I'm tryna put cash in the bank. I do what I want, I do what you can't. I'm tryna put cash in the bank. I'm on a money hunt for them blue faces. For the right amount, they show 2 faces. Fuck a new friend, I need a new bin so I can start hard out in new places. Road to cash on fast track. Fuck, I hate on let the cash stack. I need a stash house so I can stash racks. Money made her throw the ass back. I need a gas mask for this gas pack.
Yes, sir. We back. Yeah, I peeped out my cousin's chat.
Osceola County shit,
We
nigga.
back in the building. You already know we here at
Yes,
the Mellow
sir.
Room. It's your boy Ooze. I'm here with my fam Lucas. We got Ed Cypher on the ones and twos in there, EQing
Yeah.
and Qing the E for us. You dig?
Yes, the one part of the Jedi Master is here in the studio 1025.
Mm-hmm.
You know, he's the engineer, the master. He gets your quality sounding beautiful.
Yeah,
You know what I'm
definitely.
saying?
And he damn good at his job. So, man, y'all definitely check in. Keep on the lookout for him because we're going to have a lot of heat coming towards y'all way. Y'all going to get to see his work on full scale.
Yeah, and if you're looking to get some work done, it was 407-930-0307. Hit us up or go to the website studio1025.com.
Definitely.
And you can book the time with us. We right here off of Orange Ave. Once they start putting liquor back in the bars, you guys can go straight from the bar to the studio.
Yeah, right. And that's something I wonder how long that's going to be.
Yeah, right.
Word,
Right.
because ain't no telling with that. You seen it shut down Miami Beach
Man,
for 4th
look.
of July weekend. And from what I'm understanding, it's crazy, too, because look at how
4th of
crazy
July
the
is
news is.
canceled.
Check this out. Look at how crazy the news
Word.
is, right? Here, y'all been watching the news, right?
No, I don't watch.
I
Well,
quit.
fuck it.
I quit watching them.
Fuck, I mean, as even glazing across it, did you know that they closed Miami Beach for 4th of July weekend?
did
You
not
have a
know that.
smartphone. They
Yeah,
put this
yeah,
on
I
the
know that.
smartphone.
Yeah, I know that.
So, the way it came out to us here is Miami Beach as of right now. That's what we know of.
Right.
The way it's going out to the news in other states and other places that
It's
they
Florida.
closed all their beaches.
Yeah. Well, the bars is all of Florida.
Well, I mean, of course, I
So,
get that.
like at the end of the day, if there's bars on beaches, there's not those bars are not going to stay open too long.
No, but they're not closing. What I'm saying is Miami.
I know they're not
closed its
closing
beach.
all the beaches, but I'm saying that it in relativity to what you're saying, I know they're giving false news outside of here.
Yeah, like these niggas saying
But
that
if you got
the
a bar-
beaches are closed.
Yeah, if you got a bar on any beach right
As
now,
of right now, the way we understand it, no. But that's the thing in what I'm saying. It
It's
ain't
just
it
beach
ain't about
goers.
the beach.
Just
It
beach
ain't about the
going.
bars at all.
yeah, it's
The
just about
beach
going. Yeah.
is closed. You know what I'm saying? So they basically got it in effect to where if you out there partying on the weekend of the 4th of July on the beach, your ass could go to jail.
Yeah. So I think they're trying to cancel 4th
And that's
of July.
gonna happen.
Well, yeah, because can you imagine how packed that shit gonna be 4th of July weekend?
And I'm not gonna get into that, but I just know I think they're trying to cancel 4th of July in a whole around the country.
It would seem like it. They canceled all the fireworks shows, all of the parades and shit like that.
You
So,
know, people look forward to this holiday all year.
But wouldn't
long.
you?
Yeah.
Wouldn't you want to celebrate something that is a community for Americans? I know. Forgive me for the Black Lives thing. Let's just step out of that for a moment. But 4th of July is for Americans, right? So, like,
patriotism, yeah.
right? You know, wouldn't you want some camaraderie in the country, and at least let
That's what
people
we
do
need.
some kind of 4th of July?
We
I mean, I
definitely
think
need
people
it.
are still gonna do it. It'll just be.
No, I think
You
they're
at
going to
home.
cancel it, son.
I mean, you at home with your family,
I think by the
barbecuing
end
and
of
whatever
this
you
week,
do.
I think by the end of this week, we're gonna find out a different scenario for a lot of states.
Maybe.
Because what is it now? Florida, Alabama, Louisiana, they're
What about
all
'em?
numbers are all rising.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Your
So
southern region, yeah.
right, so you know, I think at some point we're not gonna get into a shutdown again, but I think a lot of more provisions. We can go back to phase 1 or some shit again like that. You know what I'm
They
saying?
were reverting in steps.
Right. I just feel like that's gonna wind up canceling 4th of July.
I mean, it could. In all actuality, it could, you know. But, I mean, it's still a national holiday.
Yeah.
That can't be taken away. you
Well,
know?
what I plan on doing is what I do.
So-
and I plan on going to blow up the street anyway.
Yeah, you know, and
So,
that's another crazy
Anybody
thing,
who
too.
know me, want to come blow up the street with me, you're more than welcome. I got barbecue. We can put shit on the barbecue.
That's going to be another thing, too, you know what I'm saying? Is I wonder how those spots are going to be open and as opposed to
They're
selling
open.
their shit.
They're open. All they have to do is follow the guidelines,
Well, yeah, I mean, of course.
right? So they should be open. That shouldn't be a problem. I wouldn't think.
I mean, I'd hope so.
I wouldn't think because of cancellation of 4th of July that would stop a company from being open that happens to sell fireworks. You know what I'm saying? I don't think those two correlate as far as business goes.
No, we in
Yeah,
America,
see, Ed
baby.
just
This
said it right there.
supply
The
and
Kissimmee
demand.
Lakefront show, they canceled that.
Oh yeah, I know Kissimmee's because he canceled.
They
Yeah.
canceled
yeah?
that. St. Cloud's is
Wow.
canceled.
Yeah, that's all canceled.
Yo,
Yeah,
this
that's why I
year
told
has
you
got
that
a
shit-
lot of things going on that's
Crane's Roost.
unprecedented.
Yeah, Crane's Roost shit is canceled. You know, so yeah, man, it's
You
shit
gonna
is-
cancel Christmas too?
right?
Nah, I
Nah,
think
that's celebrated in your own home amongst your own
yeah,
family.
that's
We gonna
after the
hey.
election, so I don't think so.
What? Just wait and see.
Mhm.
We got half a year left. Just wait and see.
I'm telling you, right? Shit.
We're gonna be in this for another 4 to 5 months, but I just don't think it's gonna be as bad by Christmas. Especially if we have a president who is godly. He's gonna be like, we need to celebrate Christmas, just like how he was with Easter.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I want to be open by Easter and shit.
Man.
But you know, on that note, what you think? You think we should get into another joint? Should we jump into Today in Hip Hop? What y'all feel like? What you feeling?
Let's run through Today in Hip Hop.
Yeah.
Usually we wind up getting into side convos off of it, so I don't want to have to come back later and be here for like an hour on Today in
That's
Hip Hop.
actually a true statement too.
What happened?
Tony just said that people may actually buy more fireworks, being that all of your firework situations are canceled.
Oh hell yes, we about to
You
go
know,
blow up
so,
our own corner.
you know.
See,
That
my
actually
whole
may
thing
be-
is when people say things like that, like you might, it's definitely gonna be that way, bro.
Oh hell yeah.
That people are gonna sell more fireworks.
Don't say might. It's definitely
That's why I
gonna
said
be
that-
that.
Well, no, the reason why I say that, and I can understand why she says might.
Like, don't try to
Because-
downplay it.
No. You gotta look at it. You gotta say might, because that could cause police activity.
That's
It's
true,
gonna
too.
happen.
You feel what I'm saying? And that type of shit is
That's
okay.
true, too. They
Now
might
we
tell
don't
you-
have to come to you and say, "Oh, this is a warning,"
Right?
because you shouldn't be doing it in the
Especially
first
if
place.
You know there's gonna be
especially
enough-
if you're a big family.
So
and
I
you're blowing shit up.
get where the might comes in at on that. You know what I mean?
Especially if you're a
I'm a
big
more of
family.
a. Go ahead.
My bad.
I was saying,
Especially if you're like a.
Go ahead.
Especially if you're like in a big group. Like
Yeah.
you're having a big
Yeah, you
gathering
think
and then you're blowing
barbecue.
up fireworks.
Fireworks.
and then the cops
That's
come,
when
they
it.
gonna
That's
be
when
like,
it happens
"Yo."
more. Because
Police are coming.
when it's strength in numbers, that's when more people are like, you know what? Fuck it, I'm gonna light them shits up anyway.
Nigga, I
Fuck
do
the
them
police.
by myself.
I'm not
Okay,
saying
that you're a
they
different
won't. What I'm
individual.
saying is that the activity that could come from it may keep people
I'm
from
doing it
doing
by
it.
myself.
I agree, but that doesn't. I don't agree that that's going to keep people from doing it. I
I'm
think
gonna-
that people are going to be ignorant regardless of what.
I'm gonna set up see, I make this thing for my fireworks now. I make a little stand, an even box so they can sit on.
Mm-hmm.
I raise it up off the ground so it shoots a little higher. Man, I'm gonna set my shit up there
Somehow
by
that whole
myself
shit
and be
set
like,
up.
boo. They gonna have to shut us down like that time when the lady said, like, my husband just came back from Iraq.
Yeah, that was in front of my mom's crib.
Yo, son.
Yeah.
Yo, Ed, I put the thing upside down, son. That shit went off, bro. That shit sounded like somebody threw a grenade at. Yo, son.
Jay Notes, what's good, God?
I'm
I
trying to
see
be
you on the
cool,
check-in.
right? I lit the shit and walked away, and I turned around, and everybody that I'm looking at lit up like the daytime. That shit was like, boom!
Yeah.
I was like, oh shit.
Our lady husband must have been in the crib going nuts.
He said they throwing grenades, baby.
But let's see what we got, man. What we got going on in Today in Hip Hop?
All right, first on Today in Hip Hop, Big Daddy Kane. He released his debut album, Long Live the Kane, June 28th, 1988.
That's legendary.
Is
for
that the
him.
joint that had Ain't No Half Stepping?
Ain't no half step.
Was that his original album that had that
This
on
is
it,
the
or was it his
debut, Long
second?
Live the Kane.
I'm not sure if it was. I think it might have been his second.
That's classic material right there.
Whoa. Talk about classic. Here we come across another classic. Public Enemy. They released their second album, It Takes a Nation of Millions to Hold Us Back.
Okay.
And that's on the same date, same year.
Can you imagine?
That message is still relevant today.
Man, can you
Very much
imagine
so.
what they would have been doing right now, and like not what
And they're at that time.
their music in today's.
Yeah, like if they were in
Rebellions.
this era at that age,
Yeah.
like doing this.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I can't even imagine like that. You know, that's something I've been thinking about. You know how tragedy and stuff like that brings about art. You know what I'm saying? So like, in the next couple months, are we gonna start seeing more political rappers? I guess you want to call them.
Yo,
or, you know, like
Speaking of which, I gotta cut you off because
Oh, you're
looking at
conscious
conscious rapping and shit.
looking at Public Enemy's website right now, they got a track that they just put out right now,
About today's world.
produced by DJ Premier. This is 2020, and they talking about it. They talking about it.
Yeah, of course.
Whatever it takes to rid of this dictator. Okay, that's the opening line of the song right there. They
That's
got the
dope.
words of the song on the website right here.
See, that's
Okay,
dope.
okay.
So they
Yeah,
they putting a message
so
out
I
right
was
now.
wondering
But
about
what I'm
that.
saying is with the clout that not with the fame, with the respect and fame that they had in their time and era,
And it
if they
being
had it of
relevant now.
today, right now,
Oh
if
yeah,
it had the relevancy of right now,
I wish I could only
you
wish.
know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
can you imagine, my G?
And that's
At the
what
start of the
and
war.
that's what I was getting at was younger kids now. Are we gonna see a lot more younger kids start getting? I know they're
Being more
out there,
conscious,
but are we
being
gonna
more
see a bigger
conscious?
push of it? Huh?
Being more conscious.
Right, right. Even with your man, what's his name? Little Baby, right? When he made that more conscious.
Yeah, he got one of the hottest joints
Right.
out right now with that Black Lives Matter joint.
Right, right. And is that going to transition him, or
I hope
are we
so.
going to still stick to the trill, fucking, crazy shit, or you know what I'm saying? You get what I mean, though?
I think
Where else can we
I
turn?
think the audience that desires that standard of music is gonna get more of it now. I do think that.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Because with an artist like even like Lil Baby, how he stepped outside and did that and put that out there.
Right.
You know, I'm sure a lot of people had him so boxed in to the point where they didn't
Right,
even
and
expect that.
Right, and okay.
You know
right,
what I'm
right.
saying?
They didn't, they're
And-
like, that's not Little Baby.
Yeah, you know, to see that I can do this.
Well,
I
you know
could
what? To
jump
me,
out
that's
there. Yeah.
ignorant people anyway.
No. I mean, granted, it is. But how many people were looking at him as a lyricist
Yeah.
before this?
Before that, and that was. Where
And
my
even
question
though,
came
like,
from.
I felt like, yeah, because I like Lil Baby, you know, I'm a fan of that. So, you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
at the end of the day, I felt like he was giving bars already for people. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? But now that he jumped out there and he pushed it with a conscious, note to it,
Yeah.
look how it's
And that's
gonna,
where the question
you know,
came from, was like to see a young kid make that transition within the times.
Mm-hmm.
Will that spark those public enemies again? You know what I'm saying?
it should.
I would hope so.
I definitely would hope
I'm
so.
saying
and it
that
should.
more in the realm of do it than
Yeah,
is it gonna happen? you know?
It definitely should be done. You know what I'm saying? Because those are artists that basically they can inform you a lot more of what's going on than your news reporters.
Facts.
You know, because you're gonna give it that extra ear. You're gonna give that extra incentive to it. You know what I mean? So, for those artists that can, convey that message to the public in a way where not too many can, get out there and do that, man, because we need it. You know what I'm
big
saying?
Facts. All right, let me get back in there. Sorry, I'm all over the place.
Yeah,
Oh,
we got-
another great legend. I mean, he's a legend for what he did, but he is also a bigger legend because he does other things behind the scene nowadays. And that's Nelly.
Okay.
And Nelly wasn't like I don't consider him the bestest lyricist, but I like
Nah.
the music that he produced.
He's a respected rapper.
Right. I like the music that he produced for the time because it was like, I guess for lack of a better term, bubblegum rap. Like, like the Down Down Baby.
Nah, I mean,
like
you gotta
he
really
mixed
look at
in
it.
like that old.
I want to say him and Ludacris. You know what I mean? Really ushered in a different vibe
They brought the fun back.
of the track.
Yeah,
Because
but
trap music
Ludacris-
was really, really getting in. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
When they were
But
coming out.
Ludacris
They brought the
still-
fun back into it.
Yeah.
Ludacris still walked that line. I don't think Nelly walked that line.
I don't think Ludacris walked that line.
What line?
He did by having beer and chicken and shit like that. He
I mean, that's just the name of the album.
right, but it represented more of a ghetto terminology versus a Nelly who
His
like,
first album was called Country Grammar.
right, it's country grammar, but the music within this, like, I don't know how I'm explaining it wrong or right. You know what I'm saying? Like some of those synonymous songs from Nelly were also like little patty cake songs on the playground.
Well, I mean, yeah,
You get
that
what I'm
one
saying?
song.
There was two of them. There's two of them that's like.
Uh,
You talking about Down Down Baby?
yeah, that's just the only one.
I think there's another one too. I'm not
Yeah,
sure.
he had another. He had the other one. I can't remember right now.
Yeah,
But
I feel like
He did have another one. He did
That
have
was a
another one like
nursery
that.
rhyme.
It was the shit that when you outside playing with your little cousins and your brother and sisters and you playing the patty cake game.
Yeah.
The shit that you be singing when you
Yeah, I'm
jump
telling you,
when you
I
used to
just- I
jump
don't
rope back.
remember it,
This is
but-
back in the day, so you got to be old enough to have had jump roped back in the day outside in front of your
Yeah,
parents'
and
house.
that was what for
or
me
something.
is what I'm talking about. It's
you
like
outside on the block playing.
I mean, yeah, of course, you had Miss Mary, Matt,
Yeah,
Patty
okay,
Cake, all that
okay,
other shit. Come on
okay.
now, I know all them games, man. I'm
Okay.
35 fucking years old.
Yeah.
But what I'm saying here is that he probably maybe one or two songs that wasn't that didn't define him as an artist. Think about it.
No.
Jay
No,
Z
he's just
came
saying
out
the
with
there was major
Annie
singles.
song.
Those were major singles
Shit,
though
my favorite
because
song, Sunshine.
those
Yeah,
songs,
you know what I'm saying?
Those songs went
He
big
had
because
one
of
or
that.
two records. You know what I'm saying? And
I
those
think-
1 or 2 records put him in a different light with other artists. Yes,
But-
absolutely
But
correct.
if you were to ask a random person, like a white lady, and they knew who Luda and Nelly was,
Mm-hmm.
who do you think they would like? What would be the image to them? You know, Ludacris would be more hood. Nelly's more like oh, I could talk to
You
that
can't
guy.
say that, man.
They would probably know-
They would probably tip drill.
a
He got
person-
banned
hold on,
from
We know that.
Pause. Hold on. Pause.
We know that.
The-
But the image across the spectrum.
the image across the spectrum. Ludacris is also looked at as a well-respected actor.
Right.
So when
I
it
would
comes
say he was
across
more
to,
known
like you
for
said,
that.
To the
but we're
people,
talking about the music from 2000.
okay, if we're gonna talk about the music, then yeah, they both gonna get in the same realm, my nigga.
You think so?
Of
I don't
course.
think so. I feel like Ludacris is more.
You
Not,
had Luda, Splash Waterfalls, Nelly, Tip Drill. You had Air Force Ones. You had what was the other joint from Luda and them that was crazy, and that was him and DTP.
I can't even
I'm trying to
think right
remember
now.
the name of the song. Move, bitch, get out the
Okay,
way.
okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So their songs, it's not like their songs were so far off each other.
Not that they were off. It's just like the image, the image in which they portray. Like Nelly had.
Well, Nelly was from St.
so-
Louis.
So when you're right, so they were out there in baseball jerseys and the gloves and shit.
Yeah,
Luda
yeah.
got on a wife beater with his fro out.
It
You
was
get
St.
what I'm
Louis,
saying?
St. Louis and Atlanta. You know
Right,
what I mean?
right.
So
And
it's
that's
just the
what I'm
difference
trying
in
to
size.
break
I,
that
see, I
down
get
to.
that, and I understand that, but I don't think musically, I don't think their music really did that. I think musically they were really in the same realm, which is why they did the versus battle.
Right.
I think that was probably one of the
They could be close.
One of the
For me,
most
for
perfect
me, I don't know
battles
why it is,
out
but
of the
Nelly
verses.
Doesn't fit for me for Luda. My
I
personal
think they
opinion.
do. I think they actually. I think you couldn't get no different. You know, not for nothing. That's why I said it was the most perfect verses to me, because even when you bust down their careers and numbers, they're only off each other by a few. You know what I mean?
So
a
it
few
was neck and
thousand.
neck. Yeah, it
and
was
I
a
said
good-
in the
it was a
beginning,
good-
Nelly
it was
is
a good
bigger
matchup.
for other
They were a
things,
very
too.
good matchup. They were a very good matchup as far as with the verses. They came out in the same era. You know what I'm saying? They both have their careers have both damn near the same amount of longevity album wise. You know what I'm saying? And their numbers aren't far off from each other.
Right.
And the content of music of which they were given wasn't all far off from each other.
I got a different. For me, my opinion, Nelly's music gives me different feeling than Luda's. Like for him, I can laugh. I'm not laugh, but I smile when I listen to Nelly. You know, like it make you feel good. I can listen to Luda and I'm ready to go. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like you said, like move, bitch, get out the way.
Depend on the song.
Versus
Depend on the
Air
song,
Force
because
One.
Sorry.
Luda got you know, he got some smooth player stuff too.
I know he
That's
got-
what I'm saying. You gotta look.
I
The
know
man
he got-
ain't Runaway Love.
I
Like they
know he
music
got-
are so in the same realm. It's not even funny.
I don't mean to sound
For
old
me,
when I
my
said that
ear
too. You a
doesn't-
smooth
it just
player.
doesn't resonate the same. Honestly.
That what?
Other than that, they do have the same career. You're right. They have the same.
I think
Similar,
their music
similar
resonates the same
careers.
exact way. Like
I
me
don't know
personally,
what it is for me.
I don't
but-
see no different. I mean, granted, if you want to say the tracks, because I understand content, but in the realm of it, their albums, I think all that shit was in the same realm.
You're saying they attracted the same fan base,
To an extent, yes.
Rocco Flacco said Luda had them bars.
right? And Luda had bars.
He did have
more
bars.
than
He
me,
did
man.
have bars.
He
He
did
did
have
have bars. That's what. And now, if we saying bars, then yeah, that's the difference in them, in my opinion. That would be where they differ. Is that Luda gave you bars on his tracks. Nelly's bars weren't really the strongest of
Right.
bars.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? But when you go to the all around like music and the feel of it, I
Luda
feel
was
it
more
was all the
lyrical.
same thing.
Yeah, feel good.
Because the
It
same
was
way you
feel
had
good
Saint
music.
Lunatics, that's the same way they would grouping Nelly with DTP.
Yeah.
Yo, that's
I mean,
why.
grouping Luda with DTP.
Right.
That's why if you go on like YouTube and you put like summertime cookout playlist, you'll hear both artists.
Both artists.
That means
Because it's
he's done
feel
that
good
before.
music.
Yeah, I mean, he's a DJ. You know what I'm saying? He's a
Yeah.
DJ by nature. So
He said, yeah. He said,
you know what I'm
he's
saying?
done that
Like,
before.
yeah, and he's absolutely right. If you do
Yeah,
that,
if you put-
their music will fall within the
Yeah.
same playlist.
Right. Okay. I mean, I get that part, but like I said, in my
Oh, well,
ear,
for you to feel that it
Right.
gave you, of course.
Right.
You as a person, that's different.
That's what I'm talking about. I'm giving you my opinion on
That's different.
on whether I feel like Nelly falls with Luda in that sense. The career wise, I'm totally with you.
Mm-hmm.
But if you were to play Air Force One or Move Bitch Get Out the Way, that is totally two different feelings for me.
No, I just said that as an example.
I know,
but
I know,
all right,
I know.
if you want to play Air Force Ones, let me see, because Luda has a very long, extensive track list. What
Yeah.
can I put in the realm of that?
Of Air Force One.
You would
Because it's like saying if you want to put Move Bitch Get Out the Way, you would put It's Hot in here. You get what I'm saying?
Would you? Yeah, maybe.
Both club vibes, both club anthems, big club records.
I guess then it just breaks down.
You get
to
what I'm saying?
bars.
Like,
it just depends.
yeah,
on,
and like I said, in my opinion, Luda got him on bars. That's where they defer at. But
I mean,
the
you
music was the same feel.
Yeah.
It was the same feel. The same way you had fucking Country Graham. I mean, the first song they came out with, I'm Going Down, Down, Baby. That's the same way you had I Wanna Lick You From Your Head to Your Toes. That was his first
That was
single.
Luda's first single.
Yeah.
wasn't it? Okay.
So when you really look at it, they were giving you the same, damn near the same shit.
It was the same type of bubblegum.
The same vibe.
But in my head, Down Down Baby
Is nursery rhyme.
Right, versus
Lick.
It's the same thing, really.
Thank
If
you.
you ask me, it's the
I
same
know,
type
but
of chorus.
Lick is more original.
Here's what it is. It's something easy. It's a chorus that's easy to remember. It's catchy.
But
That's what
Luda's
it
was
is.
more original.
Okay, versus somebody taking something from a
Right.
nursery
So
or
it's
from
in
the
my
old school
mind,
jump
it's-
off.
You think so?
I mean, I felt the same
'Cause
thing
you
when
don't
I
think
first heard it
lick,
come out.
You don't think that lick you shit carries the same cadence as dig dog shit? You are not it. You ever play tag growing up?
Dog shit. Well, not that one.
Not that
Well,
one.
maybe if you said it a different way, but you don't think it carried the same cadence.
It's the same type of basic.
Thank you.
I never.
The same way Down Down Baby
What he's saying
carried that.
When that song
I never
came
played
out,
no
I
game
did
like that, so I
did
can-
not.
No, you played
respond
tag.
to-
You played cops and robbers. You've played freeze tag.
Right.
You've played everything where you had to choose somebody to be it.
Yeah, but
and
we never
maybe
was
y'all
like
gave,
saying.
And we
maybe
was
y'all
like-
did rock paper
was like,
scissors.
eeny, meeny,
maybe
miny,
y'all
mo.
did odds and evens.
Eeny, meeny, miny, mo.
Eeny,
Catch
meeny,
a
miny,
tiger
mo.
by the toe.
You feel what I'm saying? No matter what,
we holler, let 'em
everybody
go.
had something they did. And like I said, that lick you shit,
You know how I used to hate,
that
though?
carried that cadence of something in that realm.
You know,
The
he said-
same way Going Down Baby
Yeah.
carried the cadence of the nursery rhyme.
But that is the nursery rhyme.
But he's saying that it's not as creative
I know.
because
Oh,
he just
okay.
took it. He just took it from. You took the idea from the
Right, I
shit
get
that
the
we used to
cadence
do when
and
we
things.
was
That's
little.
what I'm saying. And when you
My
play that
thing
in
is
your
they
head-
both evenly the same shit.
Yeah,
That's
They
what I'm
are
trying
the
to
It wasn't
same
that
when
much
it
more
comes the
creative to say
music genre.
lit. That's what you say. I dig.
I feel
I
like
agree
it's
with
the
that.
same thing. You feel what I'm saying? And I feel like at that point in time when the labels had more control over the artist
getting
and their
played.
career, that's why you got things like that. Because one label was building this, somebody had something hot on
Try
the
to
radio,
follow
and we're
it.
trying to mirror that.
Yeah.
You feel what I'm saying? So
Mm-hmm.
they gave you, okay, now the reason why Nelly's going to have that different little twang to him is because
'cause
St.
the way he
Louis
talks.
is
St. Louis is
Southern
different
and
from
Midwest.
Atlanta.
Yeah, it's the way they talk.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? The same way his shit had his because Atlanta's deep south.
Shit, I need to get a try.
So I mean, I get what both of y'all saying, you know what I mean, and I get what you saying that in your intake of the music, it didn't sit the same with you, but people were calling you ludicrous. So obviously you had the long braids.
Yeah, but that
so
would
obviously
make it even worse. But I didn't like that shit, so that would make it even worse for me not to listen.
it was like
to
Luda.
I can't even front when
You get what I'm
I
saying?
can't even
That's
front.
not
I was a
something
big
that,
Luda
like,
fan.
I was
Huh?
into.
I was a big Luda fan. I can't even front.
I'm not gonna lie, I
like
was
a
more,
lot
I was
of
more of a
his
Luda
tracks.
fan than a Nelly fan. I'm not gonna lie.
He came out with that funk. He did.
And it was because he had bars, you know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
I think lyrically he was just on a different scale.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I think creativity and as far as being out the box with the songs and the things that they do, Nelly got them. Nelly made a lot of artists step their game up with that shit. You know what I'm saying? From
But he
stepping
can't-
out the
I'm not
box
taking-
and doing the track with
Right.
Tim McGraw, from doing the joint with
Don't-
Kelly
don't get me wrong,
Rowland.
I'm not taking away from that.
You know, I'm not
what
taking away
saying?
from either artist. I just feel like they were a lot more similar than they were different.
Facts. I agree with that.
You know what I'm saying?
Bangladesh produced.
It's like
that.
saying Jay-Z and Nas came in the same era and all that, but they are two completely way different artists and sounding artists.
Jay-Z and Nas.
Yeah.
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 You know what I'm saying? Like the Luda and Nelly comparison was more closer than that.
I
in
agree.
my opinion.
Yeah, I could agree with that.
You know what I'm saying? That's all I'm saying.
But I
about
was
them.
more of a Luda fan just because I respect
And-
more bars and lyrics,
Yeah, me too.
lyrics anyway.
And
so.
that's
Me too.
funny that you say that, you bring up the me. That was not that I hated it, but that would push me away from Luda more than it would.
Why? Because
drive-
people used to call you Luda.
Yeah, and then it was, and then I never really thought I looked like him until you look at him and you're like, God
He
damn,
said,
I
well,
look
God,
like
he
this
said, well,
nigga.
goddamn, maybe
But,
a
you know,
little.
I'm not one of those people that would take that and run with it.
Yeah,
you know, like
yeah.
you know, niggas be like, yo, I look like Luda, so I could get bitches.
Nah.
Like,
You
it was
used
something
to
I didn't
fucking,
like,
you used to
so
shy off like
you would-
motherfuckers.
Yeah, so you would think I would steer away from Ludacris more. You know what I'm saying?
Nah, but you didn't have that attitude towards it. You was
No.
just like, man, fuck y'all.
Yeah.
Whatever. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah, you know, it didn't affect you to that degree where you
Yeah.
was like, nah, nobody play Luda.
Yeah,
Like,
exactly.
if his shit was hot, it was hot.
Yeah, and that's why I feel like, to my personal opinion, that's why I'll go with Luda versus Nelly,
Mm-hmm.
because for me, Luda was hot with what he did. So even if it was the same genre and the same time, and it was just, for me, he did it better.
Yeah.
In the sense, if you want to break it down to that.
Yeah. I mean, if you think about it, they both.
I feel like people.
That's why I said it was surprising to me because when
I
they
feel
sat
like the
down and
people on the
busted
Saint
down, I was like,
Lunatics-
holy shit.
I feel like people on Saint Lunatics actually kind of rapped better than Nelly at some points. Didn't he have like two other dudes? on
Murphy
there?
Lee,
Say that
Ali.
again. I'm not sure if I heard you correctly. Can you say that one more time?
He said he
At
felt like
some
certain
points-
members in
at
Saint
some
Lunatics
points, I
rap
feel like
better
they-
than Nelly at certain points.
Yeah. Like, because if I gotta listen to the hook being sung by Nelly,
I
I'm
don't.
considering that to be written by. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Like,
of course.
So if you're gonna hear,
That's
I disagree with that totally. That's just my opinion, though.
you think Nelly was the top dog all the time?
I never really gravitated toward any of the Saint Lunatics.
Not even Murphy Lee.
Not really, nah.
Murphy Lee had the.
Murphy Lee
I-
did some shit.
He did have
I
some
can't say
shit.
that
He
I
did
didn't
have some
listen
shit.
to Murphy Lee. So.
I just
I
didn't.
like
I
what
just
the
didn't
hook
like
gonna
it. Huh?
I ain't gonna front. I was
yeah.
digging that.
Which one?
There's
Which one?
songs that I've listened to by Murphy Lee that I liked, so that's why I'm like, he had skills. So did Nelly, and I can't remember the other dudes.
Nah,
name.
you wanna know something? No, I'm not gonna lie to you. I don't think at any point any of them sounded better than
Better?
Nelly. I don't think so. You know, I like. Granted, like I said, I liked what the hook gonna be and all that shit, but I don't think. And maybe if they did, I don't think they were as consistent.
I think there's a different.
As
I think
Nelly.
there's different levels to artists.
Yeah.
And that's one of the situations where maybe Nelly was the most talented
Well, it might not
song
even be the most
maker.
talented. He could just been the face.
Song maker. Maybe he's the most talented song maker, whether he wrote the lyrics or not, but actually performing and you hear the song and you be like, damn, I like this song.
There
It's
you go.
jamming.
Right, that's what I mean. He's the face. He was the one
Yeah,
who wound up. People
yeah.
were like, oh, he's good
But I mean, that's
looking.
just like even with Luda, you know, look at like an artist like Two Chainz. He had to get
DTP,
away from
yeah.
that. He had to
DTP
get away
was-
from that situation
To
in
have
life
his own.
to really
become
create
2
his
Chainz.
own. Yeah.
To become 2
You know what I'm
Chainz.
saying? And which who's to say it would have played out that way had he stood with DTP or had
Right.
DTP stood
Look
in
at
Unit.
Busta Rhymes. He used to rock with leaders of the new school.
Yeah. He had
But
to
he
step away
always
from
had a
that.
prominent role.
Yeah, I wanna say even when Leaders of the New School was around though, Busta, you knew Busta was that guy.
Yeah, he was the one who stood
You
out.
know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? I don't think it was ever a point in time where you thought any of the other artists
Was murder.
were better than Busta.
Yeah.
I don't think so.
Not
I couldn't
even that
really
they
answer
were
that
better,
question
it was
because
just-
I
he
never
didn't
really
make- they didn't
followed
make
them
him
like
sound
that.
bad.
But I just know of him from that group. You know what I'm saying?
I
never
get what
really
you're saying.
followed them
See,
like
but that's
that,
what
but-
I'm saying. Is like
Yeah.
one thing about Busta is like even like an artist like Method Man. You know what I'm saying? Like Method Man. There's certain things that artists do within their flow and within their rhymes that it's like it's so unorthodox that it's like you look at that and you like this nigga brain work different.
It separates them
Like
from
hold
other
on,
artists.
you know this nigga is he don't fit in. He got to be on his own. Like you know he's going to a different realm.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? It's like when Meth gave you the smoke from the lyrical make me
Yeah, and it's,
instead of saying the
Instead
word.
of saying choke or cough.
You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
you knew, and it's crazy
Yeah,
that I
like
even
your
was
man.
able to snatch that Method Man
ODB,
bar because
right.
that's a lot of raps I got juggled in my mind.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But like I say, for that to like even when you got busted
Yeah,
with
you
the
pulled that one out. You pulled that-
all
hold on,
over
you
the
pulled-
track. Yeah,
Pull that one out from the
ODB.
vault.
ODB was in that
ODB
too.
was one of my favorite
ODB
ones.
was definitely in that. You know what I'm
pulled
saying?
that one
Like,
out from the vault.
Yeah, no, what I'm saying, yeah, and my thing is, this is what made those artists stand out for me.
Yo, I would pay
Even if
pay
they
money
were
to
black
somebody who could tell me
lyricists, it
what
was
song
those
that's from.
things that made them
Huh?
stand out.
See, I would pay money to somebody right now who could call in and tell me what song that's from.
What?
The smoke from the lyrical blunt make me
Um,
Not you, but I would pay money right now if somebody
shit, I
could
can't
call
pay
in.
fuck yeah.
Whoever's out
But
there
no,
tuning in.
And see, that's why I said it's crazy because, like I said, my mind juggles a lot of
Right.
rap. You know what I'm saying? But
But I actually know what song that's from.
I know you know. You know what I'm saying? But like I said, and it was that moment where you heard him and you was like, whoa.
He's different. Yeah.
He's-
He got something special.
He's way out the box. with
That
what
boy
you hearing
good.
Right now. You know what I'm saying? Like
He said,
who
"That
would've-
boy special."
Who would have thought
That
to
boy
do that?
good.
And even once he did it, to do it and feel comfortable with it
chocolate.
afterwards. You know what I'm saying? Like, all right, yeah,
Yeah.
this dude is different. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, Method Man is real lyrical.
Yeah, even
He's-
with Nas.
He's up there lyrical.
Even with Nas, whereas early in the game, to comparing himself to a gun, you know what I'm saying?
That's
to
one of my favorite joints.
to
that nigga
even
did.
where his track Rewind, which is one of my favorites.
Oh, that's the dopest one.
you know what
too,
I'm
man.
saying? Like, you got to look at it like these dudes did things with.
He said
with-
the ice went back into the cup. Yo,
you feel me? Yeah, like they did things with it, with the artistry of it, with the artistry side
That's
of it.
what we're missing. I
Nobody
feel.
ever done that. That was something new when he did that. Nobody
It
did
really
that. before.
was. It
That's
really
how that's how I
was.
feel like artists need to keep pushing this music forward, is being innovative and creating new ways to make people
Yeah,
say,
we're
"Wow."
missing that. We're missing
Definitely.
that
Nah, you 100% right on that, man.
Because at the end of the day, you're writers. You know what I mean?
Yeah, see, and that's like even with Ed, because Ed chiming in on everything we talking about. Nelly did. That's like when we talking about the new Luda and Nelly. One thing I will give him is, the nigga's radio hits is what cemented him, yo. You know what I'm saying? Like
yeah.
it cemented his career.
Definitely.
You know what I'm saying? Luda, I don't know if there was no such thing as the radio hits, I don't know if Nelly would have survived that.
That was a time where hip hop had like just really blew up and got its first couple of years of being on mainstream radio anyway. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah,
as far
this
as
is 2000.
hood
Country Grammar
music.
came out in 2000.
Yeah, and see, I'm not gonna lie, I give that to the integration of the more Southern artists getting on and getting that plateau.
Right,
Because
right.
like I always say, this one thing, and I give the South so much credit, and I got so much love and respect for the Southern artists, because for me it was never about the bars of it when it came to the South. Because if I wanted that, I could always just pop in a Jay album or a Nas album, who are my top 2 favorite artists. You know what I'm saying? So if I always wanted that, I know where to go for that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But they, along with, because some of them had bars.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
But they
saying? But
gave you
along
that-
with it, they gave you that
that
element
jazz
of
and blues
just
feels
and
music.
feel
vibe.
good
It's a
music,
vibe.
my G.
It's a
Feel
vibe,
good
yeah.
music. It's a right to have a track that you ain't saying shit, but this dance.
Yeah. Right.
You know what I'm
Okay,
saying? Like
okay.
sometimes the world needs that.
It's
Yeah,
not about
you don't
listening at
always
that
have
point.
to
It's about
focus.
You know,
feeling at that
and
point.
I appreciated and respected that from the South.
I feel the same.
You know
way.
what I'm saying? Along with the ones that did have bars and they were just giving it to you in the different slang. I understood that, all right, their slang is different, but what they saying is they're killing
still,
it.
yeah, they
These
still-
niggas is murdering
They're
shit.
rhyming their
It's
shit
just,
with
instead
their
of saying
fucking-
chill, they were saying space age.
Yeah.
You feel what I'm saying? And I got the cross from all that when I got here. You know what I mean? So it wasn't like I was opposed to anything. I was just more open to everything I was around.
You just knew the lingo, so once you hear people rapping their lingo and they're able to make it creative, it's gonna sound good.
Yeah, the shit was
It's
hard.
just like when I was younger, growing up around a lot of Puerto Ricans, they would bring their underground Puerto Rican rap. I don't understand Spanish, but yo, just to hear it in the beats, and I used
You
to
was like,
be in
yo,
the
that
back
nigga
seat,
killing
like,
it.
yo,
You know
he
he
killing
killing
it.
it. You know he
And they're like,
bodying
yeah, how
something.
you know? And I'm like, I don't know, but I can tell. You know, like
Yeah.
you can hear it. You can hear that in the music. You know what I'm saying?
But that's why I say, like, with certain artists, you know, it's dope, you know, to see, like, the artistry within the artist and how they can use other elements of it to really break through and, you know, get to that next level. For Nelly, it was the sound, the harmonizing of the melodies, how he rhymed, you know what I'm saying? Because that's one thing. Not everybody can rhyme like he rhymes. You feel what I'm saying? Because of his voice and the way that he's able to make a melodic sound as he's giving you a bar. You know what I'm saying? So with him, that's what made him distinct and made him different. The same way with Luda, It was just the animation,
The
you know, the
animation
out of the
and
box
real
thinking.
southernness.
Yeah, and the out of the box thinking.
The,
It was
the
like
afro.
it was
I said,
kinda
the
like-
afro with the guinea tea on, eating fried chicken.
yeah, but it was almost like saying, okay, they have their Busta Rhymes.
yeah, right.
You feel
And
what
that's
I'm saying?
that's what
Like,
it was
Busta
fun. He
Rhymes
made
Because
it
for the
fun.
North, when it came to that creative and that out of the box artist and that give it to you way outside character, we had Busta. We had Busta. We had ODB. We got Redman. We got so many artists that did that. You know what I'm
Real
saying?
animated,
So
yeah.
for the South, when they gave you Luda, that was their breath of fresh air with that side of the art because he was that creative. You know what I'm saying?
like everybody loved that video when he was upside down.
Yeah, that one. The video where he had the little midget on the chain.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? The video where he had the super huge fro and it was really embellished. You know what I'm saying? Like, he was different. You know what I'm saying? And it fell in that realm of, yo, not only does the dude got bars, but he's gonna give you some shit to make you wanna look. You know, his video ain't gonna be something where it's playing in the background, but you're cleaning your house.
Yeah, stop what you're
Now,
doing.
when the video come on, you stopping what you're doing and you
Yeah.
want to watch.
Yeah.
You feel what I'm saying? So,
Yeah.
I mean, I give them both that. You know, that they dope, man. Both of them dudes. Solidified artists, man.
Definitely
Shout out
are.
to them.
Let's move forward here. Next up on our list, Lil' Kim. Good conversation.
Legend.
And this is her second album, Notorious K.I.M. And that is on June 27, 2000, the same day as Country
Legend.
Grammar. So there was a lot of good
Queen
music out there that
Busy.
he was debuting with as well.
They actually been talking a lot about her online and
Lil'
shit.
Kim.
Yeah, it's been a lot because I guess Mano did an interview. You know what I mean? And I seen some of the interview and he didn't say nothing out of context or nothing like that. You know
Yeah,
what I'm
but you
saying?
know how motherfuckers can take anything and turn it into anything.
Yeah, that's true. You know what I'm saying? But I mean, he kept it all out of 100. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Like one thing, and anybody who know, you know, or followed Mano, you know what I'm saying? You know he gonna keep it
Of
a
course,
million.
yeah.
He ain't gonna sugarcoat shit. He ain't giving it to you blood raw. You might get smacked by the end of the interview if it go down that way.
But is it
You know what I'm saying?
funny?
But-
is it funny for men to talk about Lil' Kim though?
No, and that's the whole thing. Is it wasn't, and that's one thing
No,
people.
I mean, as far as us to discuss, like, you
oh,
guys
nah, what's
listen to
going on
Lil'
with that
Kim albums
situation?
and shit?
I've listened to Lil' Kim albums.
Okay, good.
You know what I'm saying? I
I
ain't gonna front.
never was really a fan of Lil' Kim. I could hear her on.
Were you more
features.
Foxy fan?
Definitely.
I knew you were a fan of
I
one
can't.
of them.
I couldn't listen to. I still can't listen to Lil' Kim. Probably the only song I can really
liked
is
Lil'
on the
Kim
Mobb
as
Deep
far
Quiet Storm
as-
remix.
I
That's
like
about
Lil'
it.
Kim as far as the fact that she was with Biggie. They doing all this together. So I listened to Biggie. She was on a lot of Biggie shits. I'll go and listen to her shit. That's what happened with Mace too. But Mace is a different person.
Mace was nice too.
Yeah, he was nice,
I mean,
so-
not to say that's my whole thing, and
But a
that's
lot
why I
of those
say
people
I've
that-
listened to a Little Kim project is because like one, and this is why I say this, and I get what y'all saying because y'all saying it without saying it direct. Listening to a Little Kim
Yeah, I don't
project
really
as a
sexist
man
about it, yeah.
could make you feel uncomfortable because
Yeah,
she
'cause now you
talking
gotta
about
sing about-
she talking about
She
deep
go in.
throating,
She
taking
go
the
in.
whole thing.
Right,
it's
She's
not
talking
something-
about throwing spit at it.
It's
and-
not something you could comfortably listen to.
You're not gonna
as
sit
a
there and
man
say the
be
bar.
like-
You're not gonna sit
and
there
be
and
like-
go bar for
and
bar
be
with
like,
it.
You're not
yeah,
gonna be
and
driving down the
vibing
street
with
You
it.
with
know,
the windows
you're
down,
not gonna sit
screaming
there and
at
go
Can't
bar
co-sign
for
it.
you ain't gonna go bar for
It's
bar
the
with it.
cosign factor. You can't cosign
just
that.
like, oh, all right, for a female, she did her thing.
Yeah.
Smooth sound,
Yeah.
she did her thing.
That's important. That,
the
that you
content
brought
of what
that
she's
up.
talking about, I can't get jiggy
I
with
can't
that
rock
shit.
with that. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But she killed it.
But she said it in a clever way.
To represent women that feel how she feels, she killed it.
Okay.
But I also
I do
feel like
respect
that's
that
the
of
problem,
her.
You know what I'm
too,
saying?
with, like,
And
when we talk
it's
about
also
female
being
rappers.
comfort in your own skin. You know
I think
what I'm
that's the
saying?
problem too. Is about when men discuss female rappers. I think that's
See, but that's I feel like with Little Kim, if that overtook her.
but that's what
You know what
Lil'
I'm
Kim
saying?
was,
Because-
She became
'Cause
the
she
queen of
also had,
that.
Yeah, but she also had the crush on you, the no time for fake ones.
Yeah.
I
Just
feel like that was more like I feel like that was more
of a,
I feel like that was more Junior Mafia in the studio, and
Yeah.
it was like, "Yo, Kim,
Yeah, that
you got to
was
do
like
a verse
Junior
on this
Mafia
joint."
shit,
But
yeah.
she was
It
like,
could've been more
I
Biggie.
really don't get down on songs like
That's
that."
true,
But
too.
it,
It
was
could have
probably
been more Biggie.
That might have been out of her comfort zone.
But what I'm saying is, it could have been more Biggie, and the whole reason why I
Coulda
say
been.
that, when you look at it, it could have been them. But then again, how much of it was them? When
We'll
you
never
got
know.
tracks that like the joint she came out with Mr. Cheeks.
Yeah. Right, and she could do her own thing.
The Lex Coops, the Beamers, and the Benz. When she came out with that, like it showed that her mind, she could reach that creative
She
level.
is an established artist.
And Rod
Definitely.
Digger
You know what
is
I'm
my
saying?
bitch.
She
Yo.
is
I love
she is
Rod
an
Digger.
an artist that is
Rod Digger is
established.
my
Yeah.
favorite female rapper.
You know what I'm saying? But what I'm saying is
Excuse me,
like
I'm
when
all
it came to
burping
them, like you got to remember, Kim and Foxy's before Digger.
Yeah,
You feel what I'm saying? So when we get into the argument of
we're
the,
not talking about Rod Digger.
and not for nothing, Foxy and Kim actually made that argument. Like up until that point with those two, you weren't really trying to argue about who was the best female MC.
There was
Other
only
than
those
MC
two.
Light.
You know, but what I'm
That was
saying
before
is,
their time.
what I'm saying is, before their time, the
Yeah.
females weren't taking that title.
You had a handful
And trying
only.
to stand
You had
with
less
it.
than a handful
You had
in
less than a
hip hop
handful.
period at that
Hip
point in
rappers.
time.
Yeah, you think about it. You
Yeah,
had
Roxanne
Moni
Shante.
Love, you had Roxanne
MC Light.
Shante, you had MC Light, you
The
had
real
Queen
Roxanne.
Latifah. You know what I'm saying? You had there was a few others.
You had a handful. That was
Yeah,
it.
but
But they
MC
were, you're
Light
right,
and
the
Queen
pawn was
Latifah-
much more scarce.
Yeah, but MC Light, Queen Latifah, Roxanne, they were all there way before Kim.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is none of
Oh, yeah, I
those
forgot.
none of those female artists took it and was like, I'm the queen.
Yeah, right.
I'm the best.
Right, right.
You feel what
I
I'm
mean,
saying?
MC Light kind
Foxy-
of held that title.
She
Kinda.
held that title on her own strength.
She held that
Yeah,
title.
she
she
was
held that title
self-proclaimed.
from people that gave it to her
Right,
because
okay.
Queen Latifah had it as well.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
You got to think, Naughty by
wasn't
Nature
something-
would have swore.
It wasn't something
Yeah,
that
Queen
she
she's
was
the
Latifah
queen of
was the
hip-hop.
best.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah,
the
they
same
put her
way
on the pedestal.
MC Light's crew would have gave it to you the same way. But
Okay.
none of them were going to stand up and say that because they respected each other to a whole nother level.
The
In
women
the era
rapper,
of Kim
the female
and
rapper
Foxy-
game wasn't cutthroat as
Yeah,
it is
in
right
the era
now,
of Kim and
like it
Foxy,
was
Kim and
then.
Foxy came in the Big and Pac era.
Okay.
So in that era, somebody was trying to establish
Yeah, because there
dominance.
was
Right.
no real women
And show who's
presidents
the best.
in hip hop anymore.
How can you say that though when
I'm
you
saying-
had Queen Latifah?
They were there, but we're talking about the transition now, like you just said. Queen Latifah and them, they're getting older and they're doing more.
Oh, of course,
they're
of
doing more
course.
conscious women rap.
Of course.
Now we're talking about Big and Pac, who not ushered in gangster music, but they part of that push.
Mm-hmm.
And to bring a woman in there, there was no real woman that was gonna jump in there.
Yeah,
and
and I mean
say-
not to
There needed
disrespect
to
the West
be-
because I don't want to leave them out either. You had Yo-Yo at that time.
Okay.
You had Lady of Rage at that
Right.
time.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Because I don't want to disrespect and leave
Okay.
none of those females out as well. Shout out to all you females that were
But
doing
on
your
our
thing.
East Coast was our Kim and Fox.
Yeah, and that's what I'm saying. But what I'm saying is that when with the Kim and Foxy era,
We needed a gangster
Came-
a female gangster rapper.
in
at
with
that
the
point.
Kim and Foxy era came somebody has to be number one.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And
The
I feel
same
like-
way when
Facts.
Biggie and Pac
Okay, yeah.
got into it,
Somebody got to be on top.
somebody
and I feel
gotta
like
be
that's the
number one.
transition
Yeah.
I'm talking about.
Mhm.
I'm talking about the transition from Queen Latifah's and all that. There was a transition that made women fall into this gangster rap thing, which is not a lot of, which meant
Somebody
all right,
gotta be number one.
For me to be a girl, to make it big, I gotta be the number one, and there could be nobody else because the industry wasn't feeding the women.
They weren't
like
there.
that.
They weren't throwing them type of deals out there
Right.
like that. So
That's
you
what I
know,
was getting at.
of course, no, I feel what you're saying, but that's what I mean. Like with them came in that somebody got to be number one.
I still feel like Lauryn Hill is my.
But
And
she's
she
not
was
a
a-
rapper though. She could rap.
She's an artist.
What do you
Yeah,
say
she's
that
just an
again? Say that.
artist.
Say that again so I can hear it clear because I don't know if I heard it clear.
She's
'cause-
not a rapper. She was an artist. She could sing. She could rap. She could write music. She could play instruments.
She could do it all.
Little Kim was literally just writing
A rapper.
bars. You know what I'm saying?
Right,
Writing up
okay.
nursery
A
rhymes.
rapper
and
slash
then-
you won't.
MC.
As a general title for Lauryn Hill, you wouldn't call her a rapper. You would call her
artist.
an artist.
Yeah,
Meaning she can do it all.
yeah, yeah.
Okay.
If she can literally in the middle of a 16 sing and then go to rapping, nigga, that's an artist, dog. That's
and then jump into spoken
I don't think
word.
I don't think I've heard that before, but she
You know,
probably could do it.
she has done it.
It's kind of like an Erica Badu almost.
Yeah.
Because
yeah.
Erica
Yeah, and I
Badu
love
is a
Erykah
true
Badu, but
artist.
And she could rap,
She
too.
could rap, and we've seen that.
Yeah, she's a true artist,
But
you know
she'd
what I'm
rather
saying?
sing. So
Yeah,
you know,
yeah.
like
Missy Elliott, true artist.
oh
Yeah.
hell yeah, Missy Ellis.
Okay,
Missy
that's a
Elliott
great
is
example.
not
Yeah.
a
True
rapper.
artist.
She
But
is
for the
definitely
bars
an artist.
that Lauryn Hill wrote in the score.
No. Now, granted, that was just a high level of artistry. Because she could have wrote it in a song format where she's singing it, or she
Or
could have
coulda
gave it
rapped
to you
it.
in rap.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? So that is artistry. There's
Right.
some things that you can't give in another form.
Okay.
Some
in my
raps
humble
couldn't be
opinion,
rapped in another form.
in my humble opinion, she got the title of the best female rapper
I say best.
for that piece of work.
Mm.
In my opinion.
Well, let's look at the
anyway.
Fuji album. How many
It's
times did
hard,
she rap on that
and I'm
album?
a big
She
fan
rapped
of
through
hers.
the whole album.
She rapped on a lot of joints.
She
on
rapped
that.
through the whole album.
There's probably like one or two that she's not
that
on.
she sung on.
Yeah.
No, she sung on a lot of
Killing
them
Me
too.
Softly,
That's
she
what I'm
sung
saying.
on,
She
but the
sung
rest
a
of it
lot
she rapped
of
on.
them, but-
No, she sung on a few of them too, because she sung hooks.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. She sung a lot of hooks on all of them. We know that.
Yeah. Oh, but you mean
How
like sung
many-
a whole song?
Like
no.
how many did she rap a 16 in all the songs? No.
No.
You know what I'm saying? And that's what I'm saying.
She probably
like,
did.
Not in every song she didn't rap a 16 in Fuji's a score.
Maybe not in every song, but
I mean, I don't
Most
know.
of them.
I don't remember songs from the first
I mean,
ones.
either way, I could understand what Ed is saying, because there's a lot of people that feel that way.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And
Well,
my
yeah,
whole thing is,
If you were
I
to
just,
group all the women together.
I don't think she, and granted, like I said, because she was one of my favorite, and she's definitely, when it comes to albums, she has one of the top 3 female albums of all time. But I do feel like,
So she did. So
I
Ed
feel
said
like
she
her-
did rap on the whole first album.
okay. So look,
right,
no,
so I just don't feel like her body of work is as wide. You know
For
what
rapping?
I'm saying? Yeah, because
Lauryn Hill?
how many albums did she technically give you? One
rapping
of her solo albums.
Miseducation.
one. Yeah,
One.
you got one album. Yeah,
You understand what I'm saying? How many
Yeah.
Kim and Foxy done gave you? 4, 5 albums.
yeah.
So her body of work,
It's
you
just
know what
it's-
I'm
yeah.
saying? Now,
That's what I'm
granted,
saying, and
what
not
she
all
did
of
with
it
that
was rapping
one
on that shit.
project is
in
amazing.
my opinion, holds her higher in lyrical prowess than the rest of the world.
But lyrical doesn't have to mean.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying.
That's my
Lyrical,
opinion.
Doesn't have to mean
lyrical
rapper.
doesn't have
That's
to,
my
because
opinion.
lyrical, yeah, she was definitely on another plateau with lyrics.
Yeah, that's why I said.
You
That's
know
why I
what
said
I'm
she's the
saying,
best
but-
female rapper. That's my opinion.
Yeah, Dave, that's your opinion. For me, I don't even really know.
Yeah, every song she rapped on.
That's a good. That is a hard.
No
question
Woman,
for
No
me to
Cry was
answer.
the only song she didn't rap on, and Ready or Not was
Killing
the
Me
only other
Softly.
song. Killing Me Soft. I'm sorry, Ready or Not she did rap on. Killing Me Softly. Those are 2 songs out
Yeah.
of 13 that she
And
didn't
then
rap. She
you
rapped
have
on every other song.
Miseducation.
Yeah,
On
Miseducation.
Miseducation, she sung a couple songs.
Yeah, but
right?
that was a singing
That's
album.
her solo album.
That's
Right.
a singing album. But on the score, she rapped on every song except 2.
What was her? You said.
Don't they
singing
have a
album?
first album though before the score?
No, they had the score and the carnival.
They had an EP. The
An
Carnival
EP?
was Wyclef's solo album. They had an EP
Okay.
before the score.
Right.
But it came out right around the same time. Actually, no, I'm sorry. Blunted on Reality was the Fuji's first album. It didn't really get as much burn as the score did.
Mm-hmm.
That was
Yeah,
like
that was the first album, right?
a trial and error album, if you ask me. Like
Yeah.
artists will come out and then put some doo doo out, and then,
Yeah.
No, it could just be timing.
Yeah,
yeah,
time.
it is
Look
what
at
it
Reasonable
is.
Doubt.
Yeah, like you was just talking about 2 Chainz.
Timing.
Nobody heard of Titty Boy really,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
except there's a small core audience of people, but
They
everybody
said
knows
Foxy
2
had
Chainz.
2 albums.
Yeah.
So it is what it is.
You know what I'm saying? But like I say, it's just her body, and thanks to Ed saying that, because at the end of the day, that's why a lot of people feel how they feel when it comes to the Foxy and Kim
Lil'
argument.
argument.
You know what I'm saying? It's just bodies of work. When a person
Yeah.
gives you a wide
Well, she
body
had,
of
what,
work,
two
But when you a
solo
female
albums, but-
artist that
And if
say
you
Do
look
you
at
count
it-
Firm as hers too?
who Foxy? You can't count it as a solo, but you
Not
can
a solo,
count.
but you count as her.
You could
body
count it
work.
as an album under her belt.
yeah, it's a
yes.
collaboration.
Yeah, you can count it as an album under her belt.
Yeah.
It's just not a solo project.
Well, yeah, I know that.
Same way like for Lauryn Hill, you'll count the score.
Yeah, but
'cause
that's
she
what
was
I'm
on
saying.
every track.
Yeah, right. But then we go to her solo and it's one, and then she's
Yeah.
not rapping on that.
But it's just like Little Kim. Little Kim, as well as all of her solo albums, she also has a Junior Mafia
Yeah,
project.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it's
That
the same thing.
that album caught everybody off guard because we all thought she was gonna rap on Miseducation. Not for
You
nothing. I
did?
thought she was gonna rap on it.
Not for nothing. I felt like Miss Education was gonna tie it all together.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because
Yeah.
she had already gave you the score where she was rapping, and then she already gave you movies where she was singing.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So I kind of felt like I knew that was gonna tie the whole package together.
I was watching that the other day, by the way. The Sister Act.
Sister Act too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll tell you a song where she rapped and sang on, Desperado.
Desperados.
Mhm.
Raw Digger's on that
Yeah,
joint
but
too,
I
right?
think she rapped and sang on Ready or Not too, right?
Is she
Yeah.
rapping
She sang the
right
hook.
now?
She
She
sings
sang
the
the
hook.
hook, but I'm sorry, I meant the transition. I meant from in the bar.
Oh, okay. In
Like
the
she
verse.
harmonized, sang
Like
in the
inverse
verse, and then
crossover.
went back to rapping and shit.
Yeah, like to inverse crossover.
Yeah.
But nah, I mean that's true. You know what I'm saying. But not. That's why I say not for nothing, man. Shout out to all of those female artists. You know what I'm
I
saying.
brought that up because he said I haven't heard
I
that.
think
in other songs.
that's why I say with
Desperados?
Yeah.
That's the song on what song is that?
Score.
On the score?
It might not be called Desperados. It might be called
Are you talking
Wild West or something.
I know what you're talking about.
It's a Wild West type theme. He says, Zin. Who shot the
Cowboys?
bullet?
Cowboys?
Cowboys.
That's
Yeah,
Raw
there you go.
Digger. That's Raw Digger. That's not Lauryn Hill.
Rod Digger.
That's Raw Digger. That's your girl.
Yeah, but she rapped a verse in that song.
That's Raw Digger. I think.
No,
I could
Lauryn
be.
Hill rapped in
Oh,
something
yeah?
in that
I
song.
think
wrong.
Lauryn Hill did the singing. Rod Digger did the rapping
I think so.
on that track, on that actual track that y'all talking about. But either way, like I said, you know what I mean. With all of them, you had them come in, but when those two ushered in, that's when the established for dominance came in. That came in with them two.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because then after that, you
Yeah, we
had
had brought up Lil' Kim originally.
after that, you had Rod Digger, you had Eve, you had all of the ones that after that, at a point in time, they
Shit,
tried
that's
to
the
establish
underrated young lady too, man.
Who?
She had bars.
Who?
Eve.
Yo, she did rap. I'm sorry. Verse 2 was
Yeah, I
both
would
of them.
call
It was
underrated.
both of them.
Yeah, I know. She would Little Kim. Lauryn Hill would sing a little bit and then rap, and then what's her name would jump in with.
Yeah,
the next
they was
couple
doing the
bars.
back and they did the back and forth rap on that one. The both of them. We make moves in stage coaches. Rodrigo likes the roaches. If anyone approaches, we be like noches, buenas.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They killed that shit.
All right, so we originally had brought up Lil Kim, but
Yeah,
Yeah. Shout out to Lil Kim.
you know. Shout out to all of them, man. That's why I say it's dope. And with Lil' Kim, you know what I'm saying? Like, and that's why I also say through her, some of the rappers of today came through her. You know what I'm saying? And that's kind of what I was alluding to when I was talking about the whole thing with Mano and her. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Because in Mano's interview, he was saying, yeah, you know, like, for those of you that know me, I came from that umbrella. That's mainly the reason why y'all know me.
right.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? But I had my own agenda. I had things I wanted to accomplish. And basically, yeah, she opened the door for me with that. You know what I'm saying? But, you know, I don't know where their situation crossed and got tricky at. And that's
The
on
industry.
them. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, that's on them. You know what I mean? That ain't for me to
So
discuss.
shout out Lil Kim, June 27, 2000, Notorious K.I.M.
Mm-hmm.
We can get into this. I mean, but this is more of my personal favorite, and this is Pharoah Monch. And he released his second solo album, Desire, on June 26, 2007. Now, Pharoah Monch, I came into Pharoah Monch world from Raucous. You know what I'm saying? That's when I started going underground and started listening to more of these underground artists and shit. And he came across Raucous Records, and I just fell in love with Pharoah Monch because he had like the deep presence, but he had like what is it called? The conscious rap.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
He
And
was on a whole nother
really
level
good
with it.
with that shit. And I was like, yo, Pharoah Monch is the fucking man. And what was that song that was like his main song? How's it go again?
The single
one?
they
Shut
had.
the fuck
Shut
up.
the fuck
That
up.
one.
Yeah, like that was like my shit. I had that shit on record and everything.
He had My
son.
Life. That was
Yeah,
another
My
big
Life
record
is
for
my-
him. He had some big records.
Yo, that right there, we're gonna talk about that nigga sung that shit.
That was a good year for hip hop. 1999.
yeah, 2000.
That was a real good year
Actually,
for
this
hip
is
hop.
2007. This is his second album. But I don't know what we were talking about before. But yeah, man. those
Simon
two
Says,
songs
that's
right
the
there
name
were
of
like
that
the
joint.
shit to me.
Simon Says.
Yeah, Simon Says, get
That
the
was
fuck
another
up.
big record for him. That's why I say he had
that
some
was the
big
one. That
records,
was the
yo.
one we were talking about.
I ain't gonna lie. When it come to him, like, he's one of those artists that I look at that I'm like, you know, some on a world level, he don't get the respect he deserves.
Who?
Pharoah Monch.
Oh yeah.
But I feel like they get a bigger accolade than a lot of MCs because those are some of your rappers' favorite
Well,
rappers.
I don't know Pharoah Monch person. Yeah, they're like
That's why I say
but
they're some
I
of
feel
your
like
rappers'
Pharoah Monch
favorite
didn't Go
rappers.
that
I'm
far.
about to say he got one of the most. I think one of my top verses of all time
I think it's
that
a
he spit.
personal choice though.
Which verse?
on the song "Truth."
How's it go?
I'm trying to remember which verse.
The first verse. I think that I put that up there as one of my top verses of all time.
I might too. I gotta listen to the whole verse again. I might too. That's a deep ass
Truth
verse.
had
though.
me up against the ropes and semi-conscious with no boxing skills. Fear of it makes my hair on my neck grow like minoxidil. Watching the clock is ill when faced with the truth parallels observing amateur videotapes of 21 top-notch NYPD cops get ill. Feel they minds not to kill, still son never reveal true feelings. Speaking on the truth right now in itself is a healing. See the creator created existence and balance at right angles unless it was conceived and stated. So whoever shall stray away from right lives wrong. The deliverance of the word false, opposite of truth, off course. Sure as my slave name sending, Troy Donald Jameson paves the path, enabling truth to stay stable and cling to
You're
earth.
singing the whole song.
Yeah, it was a long verse.
You
but that
got
verse
deep. He
was-
went deep
that
on
was
that
one
one.
of- That was a deep verse. But
Yeah,
you want to know
that
something?
was like half of
one
the
of my
verse.
favorite
It's
verses
still not even done.
from, you wouldn't even consider him a hip hop artist though. You would consider him a reggae artist.
Who's that?
And he got one of my favorite verses of all time.
Who's that?
Damian Marley.
I was about to say
Oh,
Bounty
okay.
Killer.
Nah, Damian Marley.
Damian Marley.
On the track Patience.
We were talking about that a couple of
Well,
On the
shows
track
ago.
Patience. I think his verse on that is probably one of the
But back to
Yeah,
Pharoah
that's,
Monch.
that's
of
up
all
there
time.
too. Yeah,
back
that's
to
up there
Pharoah
too.
Monch, and you talking about
3,000 got unmentionable vote in that category.
Of course
It's
he got
a few
votes.
Yeah, yeah,
rappers that
But,
got
like,
that
back to-
vote.
Back to the Pharoah Monch thing.
Those are the rappers.
Yeah,
I
your
feel
rappers'
like,
favorite rappers.
I feel like Pharoah Monch, though, you know what I'm saying, didn't take it where he could have on his own accord. I don't think he was held back. You get what
No?
I'm saying? I think Pharoah Monch could have been the rapper that we talking about, like Jay-Z's and shit like that. I think he didn't want to take that personally. I don't know the man, but I think he was ill, and I think he had the potential to be the
Yeah, but what I
I
get
never
that,
know
but
what
I-
happened to him. Why did he not continue making music?
See, but that's
right.
why
And I
that's
think
why I
that
say
has
like
to do what you just said in that verse. You see where his mind is at. I think he was more of
Too
like one of
conscious.
those
He was
people that
conscious.
was like
Too conscious.
he's too conscious for the industry. And he, going into the industry, he's like, I don't like this shit. You know what I'm
Right.
saying?
So he's like,
I
you
mean,
know
it
what?
could have been that. It could have definitely been
Yeah.
that. But I mean,
It's a
the
possibility.
reason why I say that is because, like, for instance, in a lot of your hip hop conversations, he don't get mentioned.
No, he doesn't.
He don't even get an honorable
He doesn't
mention.
even get fucking slipped
You understand what I'm
by
saying? He
and shit.
doesn't even get an honorable
They
mention.
don't be like, you remember that song this nigga did? Oh, it was like Pharoah Monch or something.
And point to what I'm saying is that's why I say, like, you know, he's one of those artists that always had that kilted body tracks, but never got that acknowledgement.
Yeah.
At the same time, I can't say I listened to the whole album too. Like he's one of
I
those
had that shit
artists
on
that,
record.
in my opinion, got a few joints, but the rest of the songs I probably can't even listen to.
It was beat
Yeah,
selection.
that's true. That's
So
It was
I
with-
feel like
it was
that,
beat
that could be a
selection
factor
too, bro.
Yeah. That's
I
all.
mean,
It
a lot
all
of
plays a
different-
factor.
A lot of it plays. All of it plays factors into it. You know what I'm saying? But when you really look at it and you bust it down, that's also a big part to an
Because
artist.
you gotta remember, Simon Says was big. I mean, Simon Says wasn't big until they remixed that shit. It was big, but the one that we listened
it was
to all
big.
the time was the remixed one.
Nah,
with-
it was
with-
big. I disagree.
Nah,
it was
a
big.
record.
It was
Marcy.
big
I don't
before the
think it was
remix.
big until they remixed it.
I think it was
As
big
big,
before the
as
remix.
big.
I'll tell you how big it was before the remix came out because
I think it
we
was.
The remix came out immediately though. It didn't take like a year or something.
this
or
is the
6
part that
months.
you missed. This is the part that you missed because certain people in the download era,
That was
of-
me.
okay,
That's how I know
The-
it came out.
the-
I got it fast.
the Napster era, we got that leak. We got that song leaked early.
I know.
The
That's what I'm
Simon
telling
Says
you. It's
joint-
not like it went 6 months. It came immediately.
And I want to say
They
that
had-
song was on a video game soundtrack.
They did. I think they probably did do
Which
that
one?
too.
The original one?
Simon Says
Yeah.
probably was.
It probably was too. But what
So I mean, it was a big record.
it was a big record. I just feel like the bigness, the bigger it got, came from the remix with adding people into it.
Yeah, they
You
had.
know?
They almost had to because of the leak. At that point,
Yeah.
bootlegging was so bad in the industry. At that point,
Yeah,
but you
listen,
gotta
I know.
look,
I
my
was,
nigga, come
I was
on now.
part of that shit.
Look at
dog.
the whole Nas album, my nigga. They
We gonna
leaked
get-
the
we about to
whole
get
shit.
indicted.
He ended up making an album off of shit that got leaked.
Yeah.
right.
You know what I'm saying? So you know that was a big factor into it too. But I don't think people gave him the listen that
They
he
didn't.
deserved.
They
You
didn't.
know,
That's
so.
the sad thing about Pharoah Monch. But I don't know him personally, but I also feel.
But I
like
will say
he
that
stepped
about
away,
all of
too.
them. I will say that about
Who,
that
like
whole.
Andres and all those?
I will say that about that whole.
Your rapper's favorite.
How can
rapper?
I put it? That whole category of rap.
Your rapper's favorite rapper.
You know,
category?
Conscious rap.
I feel like I like that about that whole category because I feel most Def don't get the
conscious
acknowledgement he
rap you're
deserves.
talking about.
Yeah.
I don't
Definitely
think Talib Kweli gets the acknowledgement he deserves.
Definitely not.
I've always thought that. Bro.
Like we said, Pharoah Monch, Andre 3000. It's a lot of them that are under that umbrella.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
Mos
saying?
Def and Talib Kweli.
Common, another one.
Common's my favorite. He's one of my favorites, but he's conscious, but he's love.
He's figured out how to
conscious
cross
love.
over though.
He's like conscious love. You know, like he got bars, but a lot of that shit has to talk about loving each other.
Well, no,
and the
I mean,
light and
I think
shit.
he gave you both.
He had bars.
You know what I'm
don't
saying?
get me
I think
wrong.
he's deep in both, conscious and you know what I'm saying.
But when you go
keeps
back to
current
an
event-
album
he keeps
like
it current
Water
events
for
too.
Chocolate, you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
He had bars in it, but those things were all real smooth songs.
Yeah,
like the song
definitely.
"The Light" and shit, you know.
Mm-hmm.
And I've always appreciated. I think he has remarkable bars. I think people like Common, Talib Kweli, Mos Def, and Pharoah Monch could have done any genre of music. I think that their skills with using words, it didn't have to be over hip hop beats. That shit could have been on rock and roll beats. It could have
Yeah,
been
because
on
basically,
jazz.
to a
and
degree,
shit.
it's almost spoken word.
Right, and then it would just be how you laid it out at that point.
Mm-hmm.
But I feel like those were my influence then. It was like, yo, these niggas is nasty, son. Like, and like you said, it sucked because they got completely overlooked early 2000s.
Yeah, due to the other artists that were in the game.
Yeah, they
You know
got
what I'm saying?
completely, not completely overlooked, but they got overlooked as far as
And big shout out to Pharoah Monch,
having
man.
conversations like this.
And that's even like shout out to Dave Chappelle because he really was trying to put that light
yeah,
on
he
them.
was trying to give them a big
Big platform. You know, he was really putting out there and putting on for those artists. You know what I mean? So big shout out to Dave Chappelle because you know he was
All right,
giving out real.
I'm not quite sure of this guy's name, and it's gonna sound funny when I say it, but it's Camu Tao, was born June 26, 1977. Now I'm gonna spell it because it's like Camu Tao. You know what I'm saying? It's a CAMUTAO.
Why do I feel like I heard that name before when you say it that way?
Camu Tao.
Yeah.
Camel toe.
No.
Right?
And he says it the other way.
I
Kamutao.
was saying it in my head, I was like, Camel Toe.
I feel like I've heard that name before.
This is a rapper, so you know it definitely that he did that on purpose. If it's a rapper,
Of course.
Yeah.
He played on the words.
Mm-hmm.
And now, we brought this up just a couple minutes ago, and it was released on my birthday, which makes it even fucking better. Jay-Z's debut album, Reasonable Doubt.
Oh, wow.
June 25th, 1996.
And that's
Wow.
the re-release.
Re-release.
oh, about to say,
That's the re-release because the original was in '93.
Yeah.
yeah, I went to the store and got that joint when it first came out.
On
The
my birthday.
re-release, the re-release. I was like, "What you mean? It's the first time I heard it. I haven't heard of it before
It
that."
was a re-release.
Yeah, so I was behind
And
the
I want
wave.
to say
man.
like the original CD had like a trans-warped kind of picture in it, but you could see like a gun in the
Of Reasonable
in the
Doubt. It
back
wasn't the
of-
same picture that we know of with him with the suit on.
No,
Oh yeah.
not the original.
Wow.
It was a different.
I got to do my Googles on
This
that.
is
one.
like-
It was different.
The re-release.
No, the
is like-
album cover I believe was the same, but the disc print.
Oh yeah, I had that.
It was like
I
a
had the original.
translucent design with like
I
a
had-
gun
You're not
faded
telling
into
me.
it,
You're not
Yeah.
telling me nothing.
right?
I tell you every Tuesday during what year that I went to go get that shit. I got that shit when it came out.
The
And
one
I
with
had
the
I had the
translucent,
original. I had
cover?
the original, and the dean of our school took my CD case at the middle of the school year and never gave it back.
Oh,
I used to hate that
he was at home
motherfucker.
bumping that shit.
He took my shit. He
But
gave it
yeah.
to his little nephew or somebody. I know they had a good Christmas
Yeah.
that year.
Definitely a dope time. 1996, June 25th.
It was like white and black, like
Yeah.
a painting on the CD covers, white and black.
No, it was like a gold and black.
It was gold and black.
It was like a gold and black, like mixed, like
So that wasn't volume 1?
The color, the
positive.
cover.
Because that's the one I remember. It was
volume
white
one.
and-
Volume one was a solid color disc. It was like
Right.
a tannish color.
Yeah,
And
like
it just had a
goldish. Like
strip-
it was
just had a
it was
bar
the
on top of
Yeah.
it was
I
champagne
remember that
color.
one.
It just had like a movie thing on the top of it.
It was
bar.
champagne color. I think that's what it was.
Yeah, it was a solid color, that disc. And then volume 2 came out. It was just a blue disc.
Yeah.
a deep navy blue.
Yo,
disc.
those artworks is part of the experience.
Yeah.
It became
CD
those artworks
the
became
CD
part of the
booklet. The
experience.
CD booklets and shit.
Yeah.
That's why Kanye was kind of smart with a lot of the shit that he did with that. Because, like,
They had a good
I wonder
era,
how
though,
much
man.
the art for. Because, you know, he got a actual painting done for, which one was it? Graduation, was it?
I can't remember.
Or one
The
of
one
the
with
albums.
the one with the teddy bear.
Yeah, that was a painting
Oh yeah.
that somebody did. You know what I'm saying? So when you look at it, that's art. So the value of that just increased.
Wow.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, he is a smart. He is a someone pushes the envelope.
Yeah, definitely.
And then those were good eras, man, because then you're buying a CD and you're buying art, you're buying the lyrics, you're buying a book in there, you know what I'm saying? Like, it was...
It's a
Almost like how
it's
they got
definitely a
they
collector's
the whole
item.
bundle shit that they do.
Yeah, but even now, but even today, people's albums ain't packaged unless you offer the bundle. You know what I'm saying? You can't... Now it's just downloaded from the computer,
Digital stream,
and
yeah.
you don't really have the experience of looking at the art while you're listening to it and shit. You just kind of like, all right, put it on.
Reading the credits or
Yeah.
reading the... I used to like to read who
Yeah, me
wrote
too.
the tracks
Who wrote
and
the
things
songs
like
and
that.
performed them. Then you realize, man, this nigga didn't write it.
And
He
I,
didn't
you
make
know,
the beat.
it just made me realize
You know what
too
I'm
that
saying?
it was a group. You know,
Yeah.
it made me realize. Also, it was just also it brought down to like to them acknowledging their friends.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right,
Because
right.
not a lot of time it was all highly respected musicians in the room. Sometimes it was just them and two of their homies.
And yeah, and it gave you a good perspective on it because if you didn't know, you would think, oh man, this dude made the beat, rapped on the beat, wrote this shit and all that shit. Then you go read the pamphlet and there's 17 other names. He's like written by, performed by, produced by. You know what I'm
Ed
saying?
just held up the 1 hour sign. We 2 hours in already.
I was about to put two of them up
We
there.
2
Oh,
hours
you held
in,
two
baby.
of them in? Okay.
But yeah, nah, you know
All
what I
right,
mean.
let's move forward.
Go ahead, bro.
All right. Pete Rock and CL Smooth released their debut album, All Sold Out, June 25th, 1991. And sold is like your soul spelled. We brought up Pete Rock, Pete Rock last week. And
I wonder was that the album with Reminisce?
I reminisce. Do. Yo,
Might have been.
Oh, that was a Pete Rock and CL Smooth album. You said
yeah,
right?
their debut album.
The debut album.
Was it on the debut? It had to be.
Mecca and the Soul Brother?
All Sold Out.
Oh no, All Sold Out. I'm sorry. That did not have They Reminisce Over You on it.
Nope.
That
It
had
did
Mecca
not.
and the Soul Brother on it.
Okay.
And that was just a 6-song EP. It looks like.
Well, it says the release of their debut, so
Yeah, it's a debut EP.
debut EP. Okay.
Yeah, that was
well,
an
they're
inter-
calling it an album here, so I apologize for that.
Yeah, back then it was
Back
sometime
then they all want me.
exact 6 songs and that's it.
Yeah, that's what most. But most albums were like what 10 songs.
10, 13 tracks.
Yeah. All right, next up, Gangstar. They released their 6th album, The Owners, June 24th, 2003. Damn, 6 albums already by 2003. That should make me feel old.
That was on their grind.
For real.
That was on their job.
They're one of
Next
my
up, we
favorite.
got
They're one of my favorite rap groups.
Who?
Gangstar.
Gangstar, yeah, they were ill. They were ill, man. Especially Guru. I don't know what it was about the sound of his voice. You know what I'm saying?
He was
Like,
monotone.
Yeah, it was just
He was monotone. That's what they used to call him. Monotone.
yeah, but he was monotone, but that it was still had that deep resonance in it, so it didn't sound bad.
Yeah.
It wouldn't be like me with my monotone.
It was just relatable.
yeah,
You know, it
that's-
felt like that. It felt like a voice that you hear.
yeah, like
You know
a
what I'm
calm
saying?
voice, someone talking to you and he's rapping and shit.
Mm-hmm.
You know.
Yeah.
Next up, another very old group, very synonymous. Eric B and Rakim. They released their 4th and final album, Don't Sweat the Technique. And that was June 23rd, 1992.
Now did that? Oh, that was after Paid in Full.
Yeah.
Yeah. This is their 4th and final.
Yeah.
4th album.
My 4 albums, yo. I got John Blaze shit. Alright, here's another really synonymous dude. And this is more of a born thing. This is Schoolie D. Schoolie D was born June 22nd, 1962.
Damn.
Wow. Talking about legendary.
Right? before my mother and shit.
That's why I said, damn, before my mom's.
From
And
Philly.
it looks like, last but not least on this list, someone we haven't brought up, but we did one time. We just did earlier, but we don't ever really bring her up. Missy Elliott. And she released her second studio album, The Real World, June 26, 1999. And I believe that is that I Can't Stand the Rain. Is that in that one?
No, I think that was her first album.
Is that the first album?
Yeah, that was her first
What's
album.
the name of the first album?
Wasn't it Misdemeanor?
Yeah, Misdemeanor or Misdemeanor.
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 Her first album was Super Duper Fly.
There you go. Super
That's the
Duper
song.
Fly.
No,
No, that's
Or
the
that-
album title.
Okay.
And it had I Can't Stand the Rain where she was saying that. I'm super
So
fly.
Super Duper Fly
Super
wasn't
Duper
Misdemeanor.
So was Misdemeanor even an album?
I want
Why
to
I
say it
have a feeling
was.
that I
That's
remember
her.
that
That's her
name.
like nickname.
Yeah, but I thought that was one of her album names.
I feel like it, right?
correctly.
Let me see.
Well, I don't know. This one is called The Real World. And this says
Yeah, she didn't have an album called Misdemeanor. That was just her nickname.
okay. So the second studio album is The Real World, June 22nd, 1999. And we covered this last week. Pete Rock was born the 21st.
Yeah, that's what we picked up at.
Yeah,
Last
so
week.
That joint had Hot Boys on it.
Well, first album?
No, the
Excuse me.
joint we was just
Oh, you
talking
talking
about.
about the album that we were just talking about? Yeah.
Yeah.
Big song. That was a big song of that era, too.
Yeah, so that got covered.
Had She's a Bitch on it too. That was the joint too.
She had a few joints.
The
Yeah,
beat.
Missy
But it's the
Elliott had
artistry.
a lot of good music.
See, now it's like I said, listening to one of her albums, you with no problem, you'd be like, yeah, I used to jam Missy joints.
Yeah.
But
You can't say
you
that.
can't
on
say
Lil'
that
Kim.
on Lil' Kim album. You'd be like, yeah, I
can't.
heard a few.
I ain't
of
gonna
them.
front.
I
Yeah, the
can't.
reason why I brought that up is because I have sung Little Kim's part on the song with Biggie. You know
What song? What song?
I need, huh?
What song?
And what do
You
you
do
do when
when
Oh,
your bitch is
remember when you
untrue?
said you would die for me?
You cut the hooker off.
All that shit was just
Someone
bullshit lies for me.
new.
Okay.
I need another bitch.
You was singing Little Kim's part.
R.I.P. Biggie, man. That's a classic.
But
But
That's
you
singing Lil'
gotta,
Kim's
she
part.
kills
That's a
it in that.
classic,
You know what I'm
man.
saying? Like if you're a fan of lyricism and you listen to her bar in that and her verse in that shit, she kills it.
I hit the
so
fast
you gonna
forward.
wind up repeating.
I hit
that
the
shit.
skip. I hit the skip button when she comes on.
What?
I hit the skip button when she comes on.
Oh, you see?
Hey, bullshit.
Yeah, I
That
know.
nigga lying.
I hit the skip button.
Turn it up. He
Like
said.
that's not.
No, he was in the car like this.
Yeah. He was like, what do you do if your man is
You know what I
untrue?
mean? Ah, man. But it's funny because when you get the shit like that, you see, yeah, some people could be touchy about shit like that.
Yeah, you know, it's
You know.
it's you gotta
That
be
was a fun-
comfortable about it, but it's a song at the end of the day.
That was a fun song though. That
It's
was
a it's a
fun song.
All that
song.
shit. I mean, a lot of her records were like that. You know what I'm saying? A
Right.
lot of them.
It's a song, so it's not like you're professing the fact that what do you do when your man is untrue?
Shit, I mean, some of them shit she was talking, you was trying to tell your girl to be that nasty. You was like,
Right.
you ain't hear what she just said
Right.
she do? Man,
Yeah.
you better give me that little Kim. Stop playing.
Yeah, for real.
You know what I mean? So, I mean, it is what it is, man.
Yeah, definitely. So, yo, I would love to go ahead and introduce the new song that we got from. It's not new, but it's the remix, and we've been waiting on it.
The remix, the G mix.
From Two Turnt Jizzle and Mike Peasy, featuring
Featuring Pastor Troy.
So they sent me a copy of that, so we're going to go ahead and play that.
And
for
for
them.
those of you who haven't checked it out or heard it, because I posted it on my page as well, do go and check out the video, man. Show them brothers support, man. Salute to what they doing. You know what I mean? I actually love the video. I love the track itself. You know what I'm saying? And it's good to see that they, you know, reaching back and doing tracks with artists that were, you know, before their time.
Yeah.
You know,
it's
paying
just cool
homage.
that the artist that was before their time would
Yeah,
like to
linked
do
up with them and did the joint with
yeah.
them. So, you know, shout out and salute to Pete Troy as well. Word, I had to couldn't get that shit out. You know what I'm saying?
You
But,
just spit it out.
you know what I'm saying? But
My bad.
yeah, nah, you know, that's why I say, like, at the end of the day, I'm big on knowing your history with this music shit.
Facts.
You know what I mean?
That's why I bring it up,
And
so we can all learn it together.
with what they did with that track and how they put it out there, that's just a prime example of paying homage. You know what I'm saying?
Facts.
Ed, I see you shaking your hand and you look all distraught over there. What's going on, brother?
No, I see. Look, yo, I'm having some technical
You sitting
difficulties
there,
over here, but we straight now.
It seems to be straight now.
Yeah, it seems to be straight now, but we were having some technical difficulties
Wow,
with
what
the
happened?
video just now.
He said,
What happened?
It looked like for a little while we wasn't getting the video. Looked like it was stuck on the
froze or
merch
something.
screen.
Yo, don't pay attention to that screen up there, dog.
Yeah, that's
If
where
it
you get lost
freezes,
at.
that's it's on its own. Whatever's being played from the OBS is what you're doing.
Yeah, I think it was some kind of difficulty, but it's
Nah,
straight
there's
now.
no difficulties.
Yeah, it looks good
It didn't freeze. It's just what you're looking at.
Yeah, no,
It's not happening on this end.
It's all good. Well, y'all, like we've been telling y'all, and like we've been amping it for quite some weeks now. Y'all been waiting, and you know what I mean? We more than happy to present it to you guys, man. It's the remix of Raising the Bar, 2 Turnt Jizzle, MPZ, Pastor Troy. Big move for the
Shout
South,
out to
y'all.
those brothers, man.
Big move for the South. I appreciate that, man. You guys did your thing.
Play that shit, Ed.
All right, here we go.
F-O-D-B, homie.
Trap man, what up? Hey, yo, this your boy Pastor Troy checking in, right? We doing this shit from ATL to Memphis, nigga. We raising the bar.
I came in the game just to raise the bar. I got this shit for a foreign car. Told my mom and daddy I'ma raise the bar. Now I'm a star. Yeah, I'm a star. I raise the bar. I take it up another notch. Just the pastor of the doctor. Tell them niggas don't get shot. I raise the bar. I raise the proof. I'm 90 proof tequila. I hit the booth and lock it loose and swipe them like a visa. Chopper told her that jizzle it ain't never over. Now I'm riding in my Nova with my bitch rolling my dough to raise the bar. By the bar, it don't make me none. I be chillin' with my gun. I never blink, I never run. I raise the bar, nigga. Who you are, nigga? It doesn't matter. You ain't got enough. We ain't fucking with Pastor Disaster. Now it's a crime scene, crime team, and bullet build the car. Automatic weapons, nigga. Raise the bar. All I do is raise the bar. All I do is raise the bar. Hater, I just turn up with the hating. Wait your turn up. Better go and get your earn up. Don't get hit up with this burner. $1 get money. $1 get money. $1 get money. $1 get money. Hey, no making no money. Hey, no making no money. Hey, no making no money. All I do is raise the bar. Raised up on them haters and don't give a fuck who don't like it. Yeah, streets rockin' with the kid and I'm keeping them hoes in sight. This South Memphis shit up in me. I come from a Grammy City. You at your hand out your whole life. He at the grand to get it. Living legend, gon' Google me and tell them haters pay some hundreds. He ain't nothing but a city boy, but well known across the country. Fuck a hater, I just raise on them. Know you wanna see me down bad. Slick hating ain't no benefit. That's why you broke with your clown ass. Ain't no made no money. All the blogging don't get you a check. Got mad at me, crash. Damn, that's an emotional wreck. Still remain on that flat shit. Yeah, it's up there like a jet. And I ain't even try to raise on them. That's just how a nigga flex. All I do is raise the bar. All I do is raise the bar. Hater, I just turn up with the hate. Wait your turn up. Better go and get your earn up. Don't get hit up with this burn up. $1 get money. $1 get money. $1 get money. $1 get money. Hey, no making no money. Hey, no making no money. Hey, no making no money. All I do is raise the bar.
These niggas not on my level, I'm raising the bar, that's applying the pressure. I'm moving this silent, these niggas be hate, so I know they ain't silent. I keep my foot on their neck, I'm making it hard for these niggas to breathe. These niggas ain't weighing up, they ain't fucking with me. Hey, they gon' get you no money. These niggas all in they feelings. I'm going get me a bag. I'm tryna get me some millions. Came back in the game, fresh off the block, it's two-turn jizzle. I done broken up, ain't no turning me down, you know I'm a bishop. I'm an underdog, but don't count me out, cause I'm one of the best. Put some respect on my name, whoa, yeah, I know I'm a threat. I just turn up on them haters, talking outside of they neck. These niggas really some bitches, hating on the niggas' success.
All I do is raise the bar. Turn it. All I do is raise the bar. Hater, I just turn up with the hating. With your turn up, better go and get your earn up. Don't get hit up with this burn up. She ain't the only one get money. 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 Hey, no making no money. Hey, no making no money. Hey, no making no money. All I do is raise the bar. Hey.
Yo, MELLO-ROOM, baby.
Back in the building, how we supposed to be.
Sunday fun days.
Yes, sir.
So that was
two-turn Jizzle and MPZ. I got you, brother. I see you. It's all right. It's all good. That was two-turn Jizzle and MPZ with Raise the Bar remix featuring Pastor Troy, hip-hop legend in the South here. Just a hip-hop legend, period, in the game. You know what I mean? Shout out to those brothers, man. They definitely are on the ground with their movement and their wave. And, you know, we just happy to be a part of it and being able to bring it, you know, help spread the word on them. You know what I mean? But big shout out to those guys, man. On that note, we're going to get into some more music, man, because I know we got lost up in the conversation a little bit. We like to do that here at the MELLO-ROOM, you know what I mean? It's all love, and we appreciate all the, you know, the chiming in, Ed, Uncle Glenn, you know what I'm saying?
Everybody, man.
Everybody.
Even on the other side, man, on the YouTube channel, Willie, man, I've been trying to keep up with your comments, but I got to go back and forth. So
yeah,
I see you there commenting too, brother. Thanks for the love, yo.
But, you know, big shout out to you guys, man, because at the end of the day, we appreciate the love, man. And I know right now we battling with the BET Awards being on TV and all that right now, you know what I mean?
But this is more important.
I know you guys are home, but, hey, you can still be on your phone while you're watching TV. So you figure it me? It ain't like one cancels out the other.
You ain't going nowhere.
Exactly. So, you know what I mean? We're going to get into another joint, though, man. We're going to jump into something. Let's jump into something from Ground Wave, man. Hanzo Blaze.
Hanzo Blaze, Birds of Prey.
You know what I'm saying? Let's definitely play some more of that, man, because, you know, my dude got some joints on that one.
Yes, sir.
Oh, which track on that? Because we got 7 tracks on that.
Yeah, and I think there is a song called Birds of Prey on there.
Okay.
Correct me if I'm wrong.
Yeah, we got the Birds of Prey.
Okay, so we're going to jump into Hanzo Blaze joint Birds of Prey, which is the title track off of the album.
Featuring Iron Lungs and Miskin Halim.
Yeah, that's
I hope I said that right.
Working with and
okay, and you said Iron Lung and Miskin Halim?
Halim. Like Hakeem, but with an L.
Okay.
You still got the speakers on out here.
Big shout out to them, man. You know,
and that's
and
produced
like
by
I said,
Hanzo
big
Blaze.
shout out to Hanzo Blaze. That dude there be on a mission. You know what I'm saying? His grind is on a million right now, man.
He's on a million, man. I wish I had the time and drive like you do, bro. I try to drive that hard, but I ain't got the time.
But, you know, big shout out to him, man. So, you know, we're going to jump into that joint right now just to give you guys a little bit more of the music here at the MELLO-ROOM.
All right. Here we go.
Yo, what the fuck is going on? Yo, I can't call it, man. Too many of these motherfucking frauds out here, man. It's all good though, I'ma drop it on them, man. Hey, yo, me and Miss Skeen only out for the Swiss cream. Thinking rich schemes, they taking L's like the next team. Incarcerated Scarface, trying to relive the blimp scene. Park my way from Park Place, for now it's just a big dream. A life of luxury that ain't imitated on big screens. Living comfortably and appreciate what this shit means. My fully loaded 16s will make a little twitch scream. I'd rather rock a live, fuck a Spotify and a Twitch stream. Carve a snitch of lice and I'll slice them up like some ripped jeans. Mark a target stack with my sights and then split as wick seams. My rhyme is for the live workers, supplies cooked to the sick fiends. I'm Tyson with the right hook, so you might look like Mitch Green. I want my pockets filled with a lot of bills till my hips lean. Screw the hottest gills with the goddess grills and the mixed jeans. Eating dente pasta with the vodka sauce and fish steam. Greet the sensei proper, I'll pop you in the lips clean for real.
Don't talk like one of them, you're not. Even if you'd like to be. To them, you're just a freak. Like me. I need you right now. When I don't, they'll catch so nigga, just keep your hands low. Coolie high, something like can't blow. The man blowing heavenly. Sample is heavenly, I had it fast. Bars like Alcatraz, I blast like Alcatraz. Yelling ass cats with a violent past and a bright future. You can rule the world with the right shooter. I'm quite suited. I might suit up, body up, or I might shoot it like Boozer. Still at a night cruiser, but like Junior, won't get down with the type loser. You might to us. Hey, think I'm on good money, I got the Midas touch. Fire Dutch, I ain't involved if I can't acquire much. Rhyme wave, top tier, red form. Try your luck.
See, their morals, their code. It's a bad joke. You've dropped at the first sign of trouble. They're only as good as the world allows them to be. I'll show you. When the chips are down, these civilized people, they'll eat each other.
Hands open up. It's red form, top tier, grind wave. Yo, I put the squeeze on the game that's tighter than plies. Mesquite Helene fly, red form skydiver. The live wire, third rail float on B Street. Put this shit on repeat, stick and move like I'm Sweet Pea. 3-3-man weed, Jordan Paul and Griffin. Fade them like Clippers, or gallery flies. Zibics, no time for business. Strictly business, making moves on the usual. No look past off the glass and sound beautiful. Flow heavy, God way the shit. They know Mesquite Helene the best, but they won't say the shit. Only real niggas play this shit and zone out to the rhythm and flow. I'm only in it for dough. The bitches come later, full-time grind for paper. If you couldn't see me now, you couldn't see me later. I'm in the scraper banging hundreds and you gotta love it. I don't give a fuck if you drunk, sober, blunted. Let it soak in. It's red form, top tier, grind wave shit. Birds of prey, you can get it any time of day. Hands on lungs, what up? Classic.
We back in the building. You already know what it is.
Yo, what the fuck is going
on? Birds of Prey off of the project Birds of Prey from Hanzo Blaze. That was Hanzo Blaze, Iron. Let me get the names on that. Iron Lung and Mesquite. I didn't want to say that name wrong. That's why I was.
Mesquite Helene.
Huh?
High Lungs and Mesquite Helene.
Higher Lungs and Mesquite Helene. Shout out to them brothers as well, man. Heat on that track. Pressure.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying?
I like all of those verses on that track.
Yeah, man. Also, man, before we go any further, man.
Get it in, yo. The whole grime wave get it in.
Yeah, they go. That's like, they remind me of Wu-Tang so much, man. Right. That shit ain't even funny.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And now
all
of them give it up. Like, all of them give it up on a whole nother level.
This up for me, because I promise you, dog, I had this. I don't know if it was the name of the mixtape. I don't know what it was.
What?
But it was called Battle Axe, and it had a mix of rappers and the same types of beats that these niggas use. But Buckshot was part of it. Buckshot.
I could find out about them.
And I'm not sure if the group was called Battle Axe. I don't know if it was a mixtape.
I could find out about that
because
my hood got ties with Buckshot.
Right,
so I could ask around my hood and see about that.
And I had this. I've had it in my possession.
It's funny,
so I know it existed.
Yeah, it's funny because D-Mello probably could have got some real good information on that for you.
Yeah,
that don't even ring a bell for me. I never heard of
somebody in my hood. You know, shout out to everybody back home in Coney Island. But you know, one of the homies in my hood, Mighty, he been putting in this music shit for mad long.
Yeah.
You know, he from Building 2 or whatever. But him and Buckshot actually did a lot of music back in the day together and all that. And he might have been a part of that. I don't know.
Right.
But
I wish
I know it's something that
I wish I knew more about the particular group or mixtape I'm talking about. But they had the beats selection, the vocals, like it was like to the T. Like
shout out to Mighty too, man, because that, you know, Mighty been putting on with this music shit. You know what I'm saying? And for like a lot of us, a lot of the younger ones, like my era and my age in Coney Island. You know what I'm saying? Like, he was one that just pushed it. You know what I'm saying? Like,
right.
Once he found out a person was rapping, it was like, oh, word, that's what you doing?
Yeah.
Yo, do your thing. Do your thing. Like, it was never like a negative vibe or nothing like that. You know what I mean?
Like, man, you can't do that shit.
Yeah, nah,
man. Good job, nigga.
Big shout out to Mighty, man. You know, that's one of the OGs out there doing it.
Let's go into, let's see, man. Let's play, I mean, Faraz did send me another second joint, but we can save that for next week.
Okay.
Excuse me. Nobody else sent me any more music. We could go. We can go back into Grindwave. Grindwave got a bunch of songs we haven't.
Yeah, I know. They got
we can
pressure.
do another Birds of Prey album song.
Yeah, let's get into that. Let's get into another joint from
Birds of Prey joint?
Yeah, we're going to get into another joint from Birds of Prey.
Facts.
All right. Well, we got the Feared One.
Throw it up there.
Throw it up there. We got the Feared One.
All right. That's the next song coming down the list. Produced by E-Nels. Hope I said that right.
Yeah,
Or
produced
E-Nels.
by E-Nels, the Feared One, off of the Groundwave, off of Hanzo Blade's project,
Yeah.
Birds of Prey.
Birds of Prey.
Yes.
All right. Here we go.
And here we go.
Hanzo Blaze the clairvoyant. 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 Hand me the mic, and yo, I need no introduction. Just put me in the booth and watch me murder the production. I beat the brakes out of a beat, give it a concussion. Smack the microphone so hard I don't need facial reconstruction. Hit the chorus with a right hook, just for the interruption. I'm always making trouble with the bass and the percussion. Proceed to raise the bar, commence the alcohol consumption. Cause my flow's an alcoholic with the bladder of a Russian. When I'm hungry, eat a rapper like a platter at a luncheon. Then I'll shit on everybody, pull a party at the function. My verse will always be the trending topic of discussion. I'm like Johnny Blaze on stage with spontaneous combustion. Lyrical phenomenon after an alien abduction. MVP on any track, stats for Hall of Fame induction. But now the game is whack, in fact it's headed for destruction. So we need to take it back before there's any more obstruction. Word. Hanzo Blaze the clairvoyant. Hanzo Blaze the clairvoyant. Hanzo Blaze the clairvoyant. Hanzo Blaze the clairvoyant. Hey yo, the super villain, cool and chillin' and as smooth as linen. A crew of millions spewing venom, that's the true religion. My crew is six, I tell you Buddha prep the soup and chicken. My hooligans up in the coop trying to scoop some pigeons. The stew we mixing is so hot that it blew through the kitchen. Yo, who you kidding? You're a fiend with a tooth that's missing. I rep the team that gets the cream and then use the vision fluently, abusing diction. Hanzo plays the boots and spitting. I don't do superstition, but you fool need superstition. Cue the picture, not in the mood to listen to loose predictions. Prove my position from ghettos out to the schools in prison. I've been stupid with this since your mama's looping new edition. I've been trends, look, I don't follow any fool's traditions. My drive is 0 to 100 when I boost ignition. When it comes to the blaze, I say you got no jurisdiction. My words engraved, you cross the wave and that's a crucifixion. Hanzo Blaze the clairvoyant. Hanzo Blaze the clairvoyant. Hanzo Blaze the clairvoyant. Hanzo Blaze the clairvoyant. Hanzo Blaze the clairvoyant.
To be, and you already know what it is with your boy Ooze.
And Lucas.
Hey, we good over there?
We good.
That's what's up. That's what's up, man. Also, man, shout out to all the parents out there, man, and shout out to all the kids that's graduating right now, man.
Facts.
You know what I mean? Man. I see a lot of, just to keep the spirit up with you guys, man. And also shout out to my nephew because I see he just graduated high school as well. You know what I mean? It just sucks, because we're not really able to have the graduation ceremony that we're so used to having. You know what I'm saying? Where we really get to acknowledge these kids and, show how important their accomplishment is.
Yeah, man. I hope the kids do understand that even though amongst this bullshit, that what you did was the great accomplishment of what you completed in your life so far.
Yeah, definitely.
Not be the greatest one you're going to complete. But
it's just
up to now, be proud of that.
It's just one more step in showing your greatness, you know what I mean? And there's a lot more greater things to achieve. So for all of you young kids out there that are graduating, enough graduating classes this year, big shout out and big salute to you guys. For the parents that were there for the kids and did what they had to do, big shout out and salute to you guys as well too, because we know the job comes from the home, you know what I mean?
Yeah, if in kids out there you graduated or going to school and think like, hey man, what am I going to use this education? Believe me.
You're gonna use it.
You fucking do, bro. And don't let
In
people,
more ways than one, you
don't
are
let
gonna
other
use
people
it.
tell you don't use the shit. I mean, unfortunately, you know, education is given to us how it's given to us, but utilize it.
Mm-hmm.
Soak it up so that you can learn how to read and write, and then you can go educate yourself some more. And
Definitely,
just become
man.
a better person, man. You know what I mean?
Definitely. What you want? You want to jump into another joint before we get out of here, or how you want to do
Yeah,
it?
we can play one more motherfucking joint.
All right. Who you want to jump into? Anno Bands, Lou O.D., Butch Daci.
We got
J Notes over here.
J
Rob
Notes.
Dent by Cartel.
Yo, we got so many artists, man. Now I'm getting like lost
Bobby
in
Lee.
the songs and shit, yo.
You know.
Bobby Lee is Rob Dent.
Rob Dent, yeah. Our joint, of course.
We got our music that we can play from SoundCloud, but we can stay away from that.
Yeah.
Because we got some new music coming.
We still got Boxed In and all that though.
Yeah.
That's one of my favorite. That's one of my favorite joints, by the way.
What's
Boxed
that?
In?
Yeah, Boxed In.
Well, if
it's
you
Ed's
play it,
goddamn
Ed.
If it's Ed's favorite
I didn't know you
joint,
felt
Ed,
that way about
pull
it.
it up.
You know what I mean? But this ain't the Ed's favorite joint show.
Nah, go ahead. That's
Look,
the thing,
open
though.
up another window,
Okay.
and then on that window there should be a SoundCloud like little tile. You
Link.
see it?
Okay.
Let me know when we
nah,
queued
you
up,
haven't
man.
been on SoundCloud for a while.
There's
man.
not. There's no
I'm
tile there.
gonna pull it up though.
While he gets that loaded and locked in.
Because it might not be signed in from the fine. That's the problem.
Yeah, it's not signed in, but
It's
You would have to go to the tile. That's why.
oh no, it is signed in. It is signed.
It's
in.
all
Okay.
good. While he
Yeah,
gets
yeah.
that loaded and locked in, we going to give our shout outs, man. You know what I mean? Shout out to everybody over at the family at Ayers Printing,
Yes,
man.
sir.
Shout out to I Craves Desserts, the family over there. Yeah, we could use some desserts too. I got to
I
speak
Crave.
to always
She
cookies,
yelled at me
cakes,
the other
something.
day.
Something.
I said, yo, man, you want to do this bake? She said, I don't want to do no motherfucking bake.
You know,
I said, oh, shit. All right, never mind.
You know, I could use some cakes, cookies, or something. You know, I
Nah,
stay
but
with
you
sweet
know,
tooth.
you know me. I like to throw it in the air just so you guys can grasp it for a little bit. But we were talking about doing a pop-up shop coming here sometime in the next month or so.
That'd be
to
dope.
kind of introduce people into the studio out here. We probably do it in the parking lot if we can.
That'd be super dope.
So I want to get them involved too. You know what I mean?
Yeah, definitely. You know what I mean? And like I said, big shout out to them. You know what I mean? Shout out to everybody that tuned in and rocked out with us. Ed, Uncle Glenn, Antonia, you know what I mean? Shout out Christina, I seen you chime in too. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to everybody, you know what I mean? Also,
thanks
everybody.
for everybody who tunes in. Thanks to anybody who sends
I'm
music
so
in.
jizzled.
Yeah, our only thing we encourage is that you like, share, tell a friend to tell a friend, send
Then
it,
share
pass it
again.
around, make sure it get back to us. You know what I mean? Also, shout out to everybody back home, you know, Coney Island, Jersey, you know, everybody in the respected hometowns, you know what I mean? We appreciate the love, man. Any love, you know what I'm saying? We all appreciate it. It's much needed right now. You know, also, shout out to my people who are on vacation over there in Cali. You know what I'm saying? Mad, I see y'all out there, man. Y'all got Trey First looking
Vacation
real
and
good.
those who live there too.
Yeah, they got Trey First looking crazy out there right now. I see y'all, man. Y'all went out there and took the whole Cali operation over. Shout out to you guys, man. Do your thing and get home safe, man.
Hell yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And on that note, we're going to get into our joint.
Well, if this is sign off, let me just say one last
Well, go ahead. I didn't mean to do that. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
Also, studio1025.com. Go there. You can purchase our merch. We'll be adding more merch soon as summertime comes around because it's hot as shit. And I know y'all want to wear some tank tops and booty shorts.
Y'all going to see
for
a
the
picture
women.
there with nothing.
I don't got
There's going
no
to be
men's
nothing in the
booty
picture,
shorts.
and it's going to say $99.99 under the picture. Don't be afraid to purchase that because nothing's going to come in the box. That means just naked. Go outside naked because it's hotter than the motherfucker out
Hotter
here.
than a motherfucker.
So you could pay us $100 to go outside naked. There's no problem with
Yeah,
that.
we don't got a problem doing that.
So-
but we will send you the clothes too. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? But with that being said, studio1025.com. Check out you know, as we progress here, you'll see more projects coming from the team in the back room there.
Definitely.
You'll see some more coalition music. We actually have songs that are being mixed down as we fucking speak.
Mm-hmm.
And thanks for tuning in, man. Listen to some of our shit. This is one of our old joints from back in the day called Boxed In.
Definitely.
It got a meaning to it. You can grasp it however you want. Appreciate y'all. MELLO-ROOM Sunday fucking fun day.
Yeah, I already know. Peace.
Hey, you got some shit you want to
Love.
say?
Yeah, I just
Mo?
want to give a quick shout out while I still can to all the entrepreneurs out there still pushing, you know, keeping it pushing.
Facts.
you know, keeping the city going, because that's what we need to happen right now. Everybody stay safe and stay healthy.
Definitely.
You know what I mean? And
yeah, of course.
Keep
Stay
it
at
short.
a safe distance.
Yeah.
And
6 feet.
Also,
6
I
feet.
want to bring it up, but he forgot. Go and check out who is running for the mayor of Kissimmee. Right? The mayor?
Yeah. Definitely check out
who's
Alvin
running for the Mayor
Codner.
of Kissimmee. If you're in the area, go support that gentleman. This young man looking like he's trying to make some good moves out here. And I got to sneeze, so give me a second.
But yeah, do check him out, man.
Sorry.
Do definitely show love and show some support, man. It's somebody who's really trying to get in the seat and make a change.
And get out there and vote.
You know what I'm saying? Definitely, and that's major too, man, because we got all these elections coming up. You know, November's right around the corner. We want to see real change, and we want to see something dramatic happen. It really got to start with us, and that's the place where we can start to make something happen.
Facts.
You know what
You
I'm
know,
saying?
I'm not a big person in voting in politics, but I would, to be honest with you, go fucking vote. The more people that vote for the correct candidates, the faster you can get them in there to help you. With that being said, don't be boxed in. Ed,
right.
if you would, play that for us.
Yes,
Definitely.
We're going to head out of here after this song, man. Thanks, everybody, yo.
Peace and love, y'all.
All right,
Check
peace.
us out next Sunday.
Peace.
Try to have a nigga box them, so I watch them as they reach for the moment. I'm seizing the moment, yeah, I see in the moment. Feel the heat like a motor, and the engine's still running. Can't see where I'm going, feel fatigue from the smoking. On the beats, I'm a poet. On the streets, I'm a soldier. Play for keeps like the owner. In the Jeep doing donuts, smoking weed like I grow it. With a freak and she know it. Keep a leash on your woman. It's getting harder to process the nonsense. Gotta watch for the wolves in sheep costumes. They are not who they seem, the imposters. There's a code that we keep like we mobsters. Family gone for all the banks and I trust. Doing it my way, baby's my mantra. John Stockton couldn't push the rock better. Living legend, better yet a veteran. Better yet the king. Better bow in the presence of him. It's going down if I tell it to him. I got style that's embedded in him. Coded in my DNA. Go and check the bloodlines. You know I got blood ties. Know a bunch of Crips too. Don't move across the gun line. You won't make it back alive. Me, got an automatic drive. Always on the grind till my moment has arrived.
Still that nigga, fuck ain't dog. Moonwalk on the track, MJ flow. Care less about what a nigga hate for. Niggas act like they forgot, but they know. Go hard, all gas, no break. Gripping on the green while I'm sipping on the drink. Lighting up the gas, let it blow in the wind. Half mile away, you can still catch a scent. As far as I'm concerned, niggas best with the bitch. Cause when it come to mine, I ain't giving up an inch. Peace, no crumb, not even a pinch.